Hello. Good night, or good morning, good night, good evening, whatever time it is for you. Hope everyone's doing good. I was kind of waiting for my co-host here. I'm not sure where they went to. Neck feeling better? It's iffy. It's much better than it was the first couple days. I'm still taking care of it though. Busy being an old man. I'm an old soul, as they say. But it could be worse. Well, while I wait for my second person to see if they pop in at some point, or maybe I could just... Am I in their Discord? It should be. I might not be. That is unfortunate. Actually, shouldn't they be up as well? Where are they? I'm confused. People got too many servers. I'm gonna have to start like clearing stuff out. Or something like that. Girl Furriers came after since the stream wasn't available all morning. No, I didn't get that hit. Chinese femboys. Surprised the Chinese allow that. You know how the Chinese get. What was I gonna say? So for those of you who don't follow my Twitter, I said a thing the other day. Basically, I think everyone at my work has the mental capacity of a toddler. Because I get Wednesday and Friday off, and it's been that way for a while, and I like it that way. But whenever I'm gone for like one day, a bunch of stuff like just falls apart. So I walk into my office, or into my area. It's not really an office, it's just an area. When I get back in work on Friday the other day, or on Saturday, sorry, yesterday. And a lot of what they have me do is cleaning. I do like overnight cleaning while a lot of people are gone. And I kind of like it that way, because I don't have to deal with people. But they obviously have somebody do the cleaning for me on the day when I'm not there. So I hop in to my cleaning area to get a bead on everything that's going on. And the hose for the cleaning is laying on the floor, spraying water towards the drainage. And I'm just like, I'm confused. Because nobody's here. Everybody's already left before I got there. So what the fuck is going on? I go click the water off. Oh, here's the other thing. The hose should not be spraying. Because the hose has like a little screw-on nozzle on the front of it. And it's like a little plug cap thing that connects to different cleaning solutions. So you can swap out like cleaning solution pretty easily. So I'm confused. Why? And like when the cleaning solution isn't attached, the plug cap prevents water from flowing through it. So I'm sitting here super confused. Why is water like spraying out of this hose when it's got the plug cap on it? So I click the water off, go to the plug cap, and the connector for one of the cleaning solutions is broke off inside of the hose. And I go find the particular bottle of cleaning solution. They didn't even take that away. They just kind of set that off in the corner, hoping I wouldn't see it, I guess. So I can see that the end of that's all just like completely snapped off. And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, how did you break this? I don't understand. So of course, the first thing I have to do is dig out the fucking connector from the little plug cap on the hose before I could turn the water back on. And then, I don't think they realize this, but all the cleaning solution connectors are also screwed into the actual cleaning solution itself, so you can unscrew them if you know what you're doing. So I had to unscrew that and replace it with an old one that we were gonna throw away. But it's just one of those things, like, I come into work, and I work with everybody that I work with is older than me, by, like, leaps and bounds. I think the closest person in age to me that isn't, like, brand new is like 50. Like, everybody is way older than me at this place. I think there might be somebody that's like 45. And they don't, they're idiots. They're all fucking stupid. Manager's trying to sabotage me. They might be. Also, I will never confirm specifically where I work, but I work in a warehouse. And I do the cleaning bit of the warehouse because it still requires cleaning. And they're too lazy to hire a cleaning company to do it. These are their boomers. They should still know how to use a fucking hose pipe. And I'd turn off water. Lego Shima is relevant on X. I don't know what that is. You're gonna have to assist me. Here, X. Lego. Lego Shima or Lego China? Boys are us, right? Might as well be. I mean, I see, like, there, if you search Lego China, there's a bunch of Chinese New Year stuff. Admittedly, this one's really pretty. I kind of want it. It's $90? Fuck off. Here, I'll show it to you guys so you can see what I've seen. It's pretty. Like, don't get me wrong, it's really pretty. It looks really nice. But look, it's $90. $90. Why is Lego so expensive? Was Lego always this expensive? Like, is that a thing? I kind of want it, but I'm not paying $90 for it. Like, Jesus Christ. I saw another one up here. This one, this is $90 as well. This is $120. Granted, there's a lot going on over here. But like, oh, it's so much money. Like, why? How much is that? Are you paying? A lot of horses must be Thurima's that. Like, don't get me wrong, they're really pretty. They don't pay that money. You have the tism, don't you? Chat, let's be nice to people. Shanghai Legoland's Weibo account posted this video. Shanghai Legoland will have a themed area based on Monkey Kid. Dada and Monkey Kid Q Shaiton bring greetings from the CIE. Eh. Is she dead? Am I just gonna have to start? I thought she would be. I'll keep an eye out for her. I think for now she is currently missing. But chat. So we are gonna talk about, or we're gonna watch this video that a couple people sent me, and some people on Twitter sent me, called "The Commodification of the Magical Girl." And it's an anime tourist talking about magical girl anime. And I wanted Miko here because Miko has a bigger interest in magical girl stuff than I do, right? My stuff with magical girls is I like Madoka Magica, and I obviously like gushing over magical girls, but that doesn't count. Like, I've never been like a huge magical girl fan, but I am something this person is not. I am a big anime fan. And I have a great appreciation for the Chinese cartoon. Because I'll be honest, most of the magical girl stuff I watched was Western magical girl stuff. So I watched Winx Club and I watched Witch. I didn't really watch... I watched Sailor Moon, but Sailor Moon was a bit different. Because it aired on like Western TV a lot. But a lot of my magical girl experience is from Western content. Not so much like getting super deep into the Japanese side of it. She's a new YouTuber and that's her first video. I didn't check all that, is she? She is, and it was a month ago. To clarify, by the way, chat, we do not send harassment to people, especially new people like this, new creators that are small and they don't have like a good network to lean back on. We just watch. We watch and we comment politely. The Spy Show with the girls. Would you consider Totally Spies a magical girl show? I don't think so. Yeah, no, nobody seems to consider it a magical girl show. I wouldn't have considered it one either. I think it's a little specific, right? Yeah, what if I just call her? It'll do the loud boop, boop, boop noise. Oh, nope, it didn't work. One of my favorite magical girls manga is Machi Maho. Fair. Miku got ran over by a reindeer. He might have. Here, I have a possible idea. You consider Kill la Kill as a magical girl anime? Maybe. That's a possibility. Actually, if Kendra wants to join, Kendra is free. Ooh, I might have a person as well. Kill la Kill is this a version of Magical Girl? Would it be Subversion though? Hello, Lum Lum.
Hey, Mizu.
You were on the stream, by the way.
I seen that you were alive.
Yes, my person who was supposed to stream with me is missing.
I see.
And the thing is, I wanted them on because my knowledge of Magical Girl shows is very limited. So I was bringing on an assistant.
I don't have super extensive knowledge, but I am aware of the genre and how people really can't read room when it comes to fucking Magical Girl anime.
Yeah. I was telling chat, my extent with Magical Girl anime is Western Magical Girl. He's like, I watched Winx Club and Witch.
You know what? Fair.
Which is, I looked it up before stream. Everybody does consider them Western Magical Girl animes, so. Have you watched this one at all, or you just heard about it?
I heard about it. I was just gonna listen to it while I was at work tomorrow. I'm surprised that the video is out this long and it's just getting traction. But from what I've heard about this chick is that, like, as you can see on her YouTube, she only has 200 subscribers, but she's one of those TikTok anime enjoyers. So, you know, they're just the worst of the worst.
Yes.
It's like, I honestly put her in the same category as that fucking chick. Was her name like Abby or something? Where she's like, oh yeah, I collect all these figurines, even the lolly ones, but I think they're creepy.
Those people are always really funny.
She's one of the most insufferable people in existence. We'll have to watch some of her videos sometime.
Oh, look at me. Why do you hurt me so? You wound me.
I mean, hey, we had fun with the fucking dude that was talking about Lolly God Requiem.
That was painful.
It was.
And again, I don't like shitting on people's appearances. But like when it comes to calling people pedos, you're kind of in the uniform, dude.
He is.
But we will. Can you see it just fine?
Well, I did for a second. Now I can.
So actually, I want to check really quick if it's still here. But you know the ant person?
Yeah.
They had replied to it, and they're like, "It's such a good video."
Of course they did.
They said on Twitter though that they were taking their like back because they didn't realize it was a bad video. And it's,
oh my fucking god!
Like, did you not watch it? Like, what do you mean? You didn't realize it was a bad video?
Just like news articles, they just read the title and they're like, yep, correct.
If he's in there, he's hidden somewhere in it. Yes, Winx, which is French. A lot of stuff came out of France. Surprisingly.
You know, it's like, I see all those manga behind her, but it doesn't look like any of them have actually been read. the spines are way too clean.
Yeah. Also, real quick, I'm gonna add the other person to the call, and they will join in a bit. They're getting woken up apparently.
Okay.
There we go. They will pop in when available.
Oh yeah, I've been having fun with V Rising. It's been great.
How close are you to the end? The quote unquote end.
We are at we just defeated the chick where we can start making power cells.
Ooh. Yeah, you're right behind me then.
We got to show you the new castle because we relocated and Mooseman went absolutely fucking insane.
I will, when I get a chance, be making my new one and trying to make it like more look nicer versus, you know, trying to fit everything I want into it.
I mean, you could still fit everything into it. You just gotta get creative, like words. Later, whenever we're both on V Rising, I'll show you what Mooseman did.
Fair. But chat, this is the video I'll be going through. It is 23 minutes, so it's not terrible compared to what me and Lumi have normally watched. And it is what?
We turned that other dude to what, 23-minute video into a 3-hour stream.
True. This is the commodification of the magical girl. And I have to read the description, chat, because you need to understand where we're coming at with this argument. The description says, why are most contemporary magical girl anime targeted towards men? Magical Girl series started as a source of empowerment for women. However, with the rise of otaku culture in the 80s, animation studios started prioritizing male audiences. While the magical girl genre has conformed to the otaku audience, women audiences are still able to create their own positive representations. Needs to be said, otaku... Thank you for the Dojin character. Otaku applies to men and women. I don't know why it's otaku versus women. Like, just say men and women if that's what you're going for. Second thing, what are you talking about? The only magical girl anime I can think of that is, like, targeted towards men is arguably Gushing over Magical Girls. And even then, that one is, like, so heavily stooped in, like, magical girl tropes that other than the fact they're super sexy, it's kind of still towards women.
Like, no, I don't even think that one is even towards men because there's not a single fucking man in that anime. Most people that enjoy that one are women. I honestly think the only magical girl anime that probably caters towards men more is Magical Girl Sight.
Possible. Gushing over Magical Girls is made by a woman. Exactly. That's what I mean, though. The only one I think I could look at on the surface and be like, this is for men, not women, would be Gushing over Magical Girls. And that's just because of the sexuality in it. Everything else, I'm like, yeah, no, I could see this as either specifically for women or all ages. Or like all genders. But let's hear her out. Maybe she's got a really good argument. Maybe she's gonna change our minds today.
Magical girls, we all know them, we all love them. At least if you clicked on this video, you probably love them. If not, you at least know of them. I would hope so. But if you don't, magical girls have been around since the 60s. inspiring young girls and women alike as a source of empowerment. Magical girls fight crime and save the world, all while looking stylish and chic. Being hyperfeminine is often seen as a weakness, but popular shows like the iconic Sailor Moon showed that leaning into your feminine side is empowering, not degrading. Unfortunately, a lot of magical girl series now are catered towards the male gaze. That's never once happened in our society. Fragmented shots of their bodies while transforming, often done naked, objectify the magical girl to titillate the male.
I have to immediately go, because her thing is looking at the female body mostly while naked. You just said like the big one for magical girls was Sailor Moon. Have you watched the Sailor Moon transformation?
The Sailor Moon transformation has always been peaking. Always will remain probably my favorite magical girl transformation.
Yeah, here. Give me a sec, because I have to show this, just in case some people in chat have never seen this before. When does she start? Right here. Would this not be qualified as zoom-ins on the body normally while naked? Does she think it doesn't count because, like, she's really, like, her skin is really not detailed when she's transforming?
Probably. Because it's like, yes, I get it. In modern day magical girl anime, it's like the body isn't covered in light. But they aren't completely naked either.
Yeah. And even
then... It's like, I could put a little bit of an argument on gushing over magical girls, but that's 2 steps away from a fucking hentai.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and the one she's showing here from Madoka Magica, you're really gonna show Mami, of all people? Like...
Transforming.
I love Mami, she's
naked.
Great.
Objectify the magical girl to
but you couldn't have chose a better example than the one girl who is like beyond not sexualized.
Anime. Why can't magical girl series
chose the
be a
one
safe
that has
place away from that?
Yeah. That's the only thing. Mami just has big boobs. Everything else though is like she's really reserved. Transformation is not even that revealing in the manga for Gushing. I mean, fair. Example from Digimon? No, I know what you'll send. It's all from Frontiers. Because there's the fucking... the girl from Frontiers gets, like, really saucy for some reason. You know what? Fuck it. We'll, hide it again for a minute. Oh, where is... Yeah, chat. So, by the way, this was the first Digimon I ever watched when I was a kid. And this was the girl from it.
Her clothes just appear.
The fucking panties.
Okay, the panties. I can't take seriously. What the fuck?
Because you have to think, I watched this in the morning before school at my great-grandfather's house. I am genuinely amazed nobody ever said anything.
She's a... that just looks like something that you'd wear in a nightclub.
Yeah.
Just add some glitters, some fucking glow sticks. She's set for the night.
Thank you, Lucian, for the 5.
What, Miss Coco? Hello.
Also, I wasn't playing music for either of the transformation scenes, because I fucking guarantee you I will get copyright the shit if they hear even like a fraction of the Sailor Moon song.
Yep.
How did iconic shows tailored towards women, like Sailor Moon, turn into a site of male fantasies with shows like Cutie Honey and Madoka Magica? Anime series are
So here's like where she's really missing this is for some reason a lot of these girls don't understand that empowerment includes like sexual empowerment. They're like,
It's like
why is she sexy
great example,
though?
Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Bayonetta it was like, you know, peak femininity, claiming power via sexuality, whatever. And then people were like, "Oh, this is terrible," blah 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 blah. And then a couple years later, people are like, "Oh, look at this lesbian queen." And then they started getting pissy when they released she has
That
a
she's
kid,
straight.
and yep, that she's straight.
But yeah, no, like I don't know why they don't understand this. Like, but the women are sexy. That means it's made for men. Do you think regular women don't want to be sexy? Like, I don't. What's your idea? Like, I just want to ask them. Like, what's your idea of the ideal female body type for one of these shows? Like, as a genuine question, what do you think they should look like?
I mean, Mizu, don't forget. According to people like this, the drawn characters can't be sexually empowering, but OnlyFans girls can.
Yes, I just don't. I don't ever get it. She was saying butch lesbian. No, because then they release one like that, and then nobody watches it.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's like just one character of many, she's the least favorite character every time.
often labeled according to their intended demographic. Magical Girl series typically fall under the label of Shojo. Shojo literally translates to girl, thus naming the series' intended audience. There's also labeled Josie, which translates to woman or woman, thus labeling the intended demographic as adult woman. There unfortunately aren't a lot of Josie Magical Girl series. The manga Magical Angel Creamy Mami and the Spoiled Princess is one of the few Josie Magical Girl series.
So I've heard what she says about this one because a lot of people are making fun of this. Do you know what her complaint is with this? Have you heard about it yet?
I have not.
Okay, I don't want to spoil it then.
Okay.
Spoiled Princess is a sequel to the classic shoujo series Creamy Mami, the Magic Angel. On the flip side, there is also shonen, which translates to boy, and seinen, which translates to young man or young men. Very popular magical girl series Madoka Magica can easily be misinterpreted as a Josie, considering its focus on female protagonists and adult darker themes. However, it's technically a seinen, as its intended demographic are young men.
What?
Madoka Magica, she says, it is a seinen because it targets young men. What?
Fuck off. Dude, there's only like maybe 2 men that I know that actually enjoy Madoka Magica. The rest are women.
Yeah, like I don't... She doesn't even explain it either. She just says, you might think it's for young women. Actually, it's for young men. Anyways, on to the next... Like, what? It was okay. You better watch your mouth with that. I know a lot of people string you up on a cross for that one.
A noteworthy amount of magical girl series fall under the demographic of shonen or seinen, with otaku culture as a key contributor. Otaku culture has been a lasting butterfly effect on the magical girl genre, playing a significant role in the commodification of the genre.
So I am not hating on you necessarily for this, but put your script on your computer. Like, why are you looking into your lap for it? Kind of like, it's just very obvious when you do it that way. Just like put it on your computer screen. Or if you've got like a book, put it on the desk.
And it's like another thing that bothers me with her description of Madoka Magica is that she's just like, oh, it's towards male gaze because it's not like other magical girl anime. It's like it's a deconstruction of the magical girl genre. It's labeled under dark and psychological thriller.
Yeah.
It's just adult oriented. It's not just towards men. It's just towards, it wanted to shake things up. Everyone was fucking shocked when the end of the series came along, and it's like it was genre defying, and then we got a bunch of slop following it.
Because everybody
like
wanted
Magical
to...
Girl Apocalypse and Magical Girl Sight, and it's like, bleh.
Everybody wanted to copy it. It was successful. People loved it.
Yeah.
Because it was good. Madoka Magica was great. And honestly, the early on reveal with Mami was like really shocking for people.
Yeah.
That had not really, because it wasn't even just Madoka Magica or Magical Girl anime. It was kind of just anime in general that are for like the younger crowd. Didn't typically have like early deaths of characters like that.
Sight and Apocalypse are in the same universe. Of course they are.
But what is the otaku, and how have they greatly impacted the genre? Kumiko Saito, in her frequently cited essay on the magical girl, discusses the otaku audience, the rise in male viewers within the magical girl genre. Or women, but usually men. The otaku audience has been...
Why? Like, the otaku are usually men, sometimes women, usually men. Why?
I think you could, what, I haven't even finished listening to what she's going to read from this, but you could probably put this exact same thing she's going to say under anyone who likes My Little Pony, and it would make sense still.
Yeah, I think somebody mentioned that early on when they were talking about this. Is they were like, do you think that My Little Pony isn't a girl show because bronies existed? You heard it, Lum Lum. You are a man now.
God damn it.
I give you an honorary penis pass. Use it wisely.
God damn it.
Been around since the 80s. Otaku culture is typically characterized by being attracted to bisoujo characters or beautiful girl characters. Bisoujo later created moe, which means having a strong attraction and feelings for cute and young anime, manga, and or video game characters.
That is not what moe means. What are you talking about? Moe is a description of a character. Moe is having a strong attraction. Okay, so you're immediately like wrong. You're defining moe as a verb. It's an adjective. It's a description of a character's look. What are you talking about?
I hope there are backup downloads and re-uploads of this when she inevitably takes this down.
Well, I've said this at the top of the stream. Small YouTuber, don't go harass her or anything. We can sit here from a distance and just be like, wow, you're really dumb. And we can leave it at that. Like,
I want to see how big she is on TikTok, because we already know that she had a TikTok following before this.
I did not. I know she's got one. I just never looked at it.
Let's see.
I don't know if she has it linked.
Okay, still about the same size on TikTok, but apparently she has been having bad takes since the beginning.
Fair. We can go look at that in a minute, I suppose.
Oh no, she talks about Hellsing too in Vampire Hunter D.
I might have to watch that one just because Hellsing is something I do know quite a bit about. I think chat knows I'm a massive Hellsing simp. Mostly because I really hate the Team 4-star version. Fuck Abridged, it's gay.
You don't like Team Foreskin?
I don't mind them. I just think Hellsing Abridged is fucking awful. and they put no work into it because they didn't know what to do with it.
You know what? Fair.
Because
it's like, honestly, I think they probably would have done a better job doing an abridged version of the original Hellsing instead of Ultimate.
Yeah. Well, because my reasoning, and people always try and fight me on this, is Hellsing by itself takes itself so seriously while being so over the top and dramatic that it's, to a degree, it's inherently funny. Like, there's the entire scene with the Major talking about how, like, they're instruments of war, and they're gonna do, like, a dance of war, and then everybody starts screaming Sieg Heil. And then in the Team 4-star version, he just goes, "We are Nazis, and we like war." And it's like, okay, well, you're kind of dragging this joke out. The Major's, like, over-the-top speech was so much fucking better. On, like, every level.
Like the original Hellsing anime more than Ultimate. I like both. The original holds a special place in my heart, and I love the opening for the original. Fucking banger.
I cannot stand the original, but I will let people enjoy what they enjoy.
I like the opening theme. It's great.
What is she finding this from? Otaku, borrowed from Japanese. Otaku refers to a person who's obsessed with anime, manga, and other forms of Japanese or East Asian popular culture. Not really. Otaku is... That's it if you use it in, like, the English version. The Japanese version is typically just somebody who's obsessed with like, a fandom of any type. Like, you can be an otaku for basically anything.
Apparently using something called slang dictionary. Why not just use fucking either Wikipedia like a normal person, or what's the other one?
Yeah.
Fucking modern
Urban Dictionary?
Urban Dictionary, there we go.
Otaku is basically just a hobbyist. Yeah. Like, otaku literally can refer to any sort of fandom obsessed person. It's only became, like, obsessed with manga and anime when you talk about a Westerner, because it's not, like, our word. It's something we kind of borrowed and turned into something else.
Yeah.
The term otaku is used differently in the West. It's used as a way to say that you're a die-hard fan of anime. You're more than a weeb, an average fan. You're an otaku, the top of anime fans.
No, I'm gonna argue that.
No.
People that call themselves otaku are typically just very pretentious weebs. To be frank. Most everybody else is fine just saying, yeah, I'm a weeb.
Armors up like a shield.
Weeb is above otaku. I would honestly put weeb above otaku, because a weeb is somebody who knows what they are. Otaku is somebody that wants to be recognized as, like, a cultured Japanese enjoyer.
I usually see people use a weeb as a slur.
Because it kind of is.
Yeah. Oh, you fucking weeb. It's like, goddamn.
However, the original definition of otaku is much, much different. Otakus take original material and make their own meaning out of it, usually fetishizing the
Otaku, a person part of the Japanese subculture that is greatly interested in anime, manga, or video games. Otaku make their own original meaning out of media, usually fetishizing the material and characters in the process. I would like to point out, she is claiming this is the original Japanese definition.
Okay, guys, so what are you guys going to be sexualizing those planes you're really into?
People do that. You can't use that as an example.
When you I can't even say when you're going to sexualize the fucking tanks, because we already have tank girls. God damn it.
Yeah, she's saying this is the original Japanese definition. I don't know where the fuck she got this from. Especially the second half of it. Usually
came to her in a dream.
Like, what are you where'd you find this? Who told you this was, like, the correct translation of otaku?
material and characters in the process. Interestingly, otaku culture ties back to postmodernism as it's a practice in reusing images and ideas. There's no new stuff happening in otaku culture. It's all recycled ideas and images. Otaku's reuse.
That's not true. People that are like otaku, that are like super obsessed with a media, will typically start making their own media out of it. It's not just recycled.
I would love to see what her take is on the music video for Me, Me, Me. I want to see if she can get it correct.
Nobody ever gets that correct.
I know nobody does, but I want to see what she says.
I so bamboozled I shrank. I am bamboozled by this woman. Where's she getting her definitions for anything? It feels like she's just making them up as she goes along. I don't understand. Hi, Atari. I feel the need to inform you that I have been declared homophobic. I just thought that was relevant to you.
Mizu's so homophobic, he has to make out with his boyfriend.
Exactly. It's horseshoe theory, but for gay people. I'm so homophobic, I became gay. Horseshoe theory does it in again. Tragic.
And fetishization of characters removes the character's central meaning and instead makes their importance based around visual cues. The otaku audience is attracted to what the characters imply. A bisoujo exposed woman implies that she's sexually available and easy. A moe young cute girl.
What are you talking about?
So she's slut shaming now.
I guess. What do you mean? I don't get it.
Next game.
Implies that she's innocent and too trusting. So when I say male gaze, in this context, I'm referring to too trusting.
Wait, where?
So when I say...
I like how she skips over that one.
The demo.
She
membership.
While she's talking about how Madoka is the example for being too innocent and trusting, and then this.
Yep.
Oh, it's funny.
So when you do that,
Atari, you need to be drawn in that outfit.
If you had a skull.
Actually, I had an artist that was drawing Atari in something specific, but they may or may not still be working on it. We're working on it.
Nice.
Male gaze, in this context, I'm referring to men or women who participate in otaku culture, and I will be using it interchangeably with otaku gaze. How does this relate to magical girls? Animation studios found that creating magical girl series and characters that attract an otaku audience provide the studios profit. Doing so allows them to create and sell suggestive figures and merchandise, even if the scene is depicting does not actually happen within the series. A popular example of magical girl series targeted towards men is Cutie Honey. When the bisoujo character, Cutie Honey, fights and transforms, her clothes are often ripped off, thus interrupting the narrative rather than adding to it. Cutie Honey was so popular that it has had several spin-offs and remakes. Even though the original series debuted in the 70s, the otaku audience did not start to become noticeable to studios until the 80s. The success of Cutie Honey and similar series that objectify women demonstrated to studios that accommodating to otaku audience rather than women provides them with profitable outcomes.
This is gonna really... This is killing my brain right now. Did you notice that she uses singulars and plurals in areas they're not supposed to be used?
Yeah.
Like instead of appealing to women, they say instead of appealing to woman. Like it's hurting my brain as I'm listening to it.
I can see Kendra is ready to say slurs. Hey Kendra, do you want to say slurs live on stream?
Yeah. It's also really weird that she's bringing up Cutie Honey as like the example from where things went downhill, but she's also admitting that Cutie Honey finished like 5 to 6 years before the change she's claiming happened. Like, so that
Do you want to add Kendra because she really likes Cutie Honey?
yeah, I said earlier that Kendra could join if she would like.
Well, you gotta
Yeah.
add her to the group.
Oh, well, wrong person. Don't want that person in here. I don't even know why they're still on my friends list.
So
Thank you,
That was
Indra.
very fast. Are you ready to insult this woman into oblivion?
No
Yeah.
insults. We be polite and nice.
Okay.
No insults. Sorry.
I was gonna say you can't insult, you can't assault.
Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry. Listen. I want to say this. Back earlier. I knew this video was gonna be very suspicious because anytime Cutie Honey is brought up in a conversation, it is always the critique is good or the critique is abysmally terrible.
You're
And
very
it's
quiet,
all
by the way.
50-50. Oh, what is it? I'm sorry. I
There you
forgot
go.
I had turned my headphone down earlier. I was with someone else. I
Okay,
knew
thank goodness. I had to turn you down from 200 real quick there.
I'm so sorry. What is it? I was like asking to like hop on because I knew not a lot of people know this. When it comes to Cutie Honey specifically, it is always 50-50 with the critique because either they have like the best analysis because they actually watched her franchise or even researched her franchise more than just like the surface level, or it's like abysmally terrible. Like absolutely crazy, abysmally terrible, like this.
Yeah, that's why I wanted Miko on earlier. Is because my knowledge of Magical Girl is very limited.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I know plenty about anime, so people are asking me about this. Maybe I can get by with just that. I feel like I could get by with just that. Because like, how are you
Yeah.
fucking up like basic definitions of like, this is what a series is for, this is what otaku means. Like,
Yeah.
You don't understand. Definitions are hard.
I can't believe she tried to define otaku as somebody who is like obsessed specifically with anime, manga, or video games, and obsesses over a specific part of it to the point of fetishization.
Yeah.
It's like, where did you get your definition of otaku? Did you just make that up?
It came to her in a dream, Mizu.
I guess. I just don't get it. And her own arguments aren't working very well because she's like, well, Cutie Honey is like where all of this sexualization started. Okay, so was it like delayed? Because you're saying Cutie Honey was super successful, but the sexualization didn't start till like 6 or 7 years after it was like concluded. So, or was just people did not get it at the first, and it took them years to figure out like, oh, we should sexualize women. Like,
Not only, like, what is it? Not only that, the thing with specifically Cutie Honey is that, like, most adaptations of Cutie Honey are based off the 70s anime. It'd be one thing if she was talking about the manga, because the manga, because if you know Go Nagai, he did Devilman. It would be like one thing if she talked about the manga, because the manga goes like even further than the anime. But the anime is like really, really tame compared to like anything from the manga.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
chat's been mentioning her bookshelf, and somebody made the joke about lawyers with a bookshelf full of books that they've never read, getting that feeling from her. Something I just noticed, and it's gonna trigger me for the rest of the stream, is you look down here where she has Battle Angel Alita, and she has it 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no 1 and 2. And then up here with, I don't know what this series is. I can't recognize it off the top. 3, 4, 5, 11, 17.
Diabetes guy.
X 1999?
Also, it's like I don't know why, but I don't like when people double layer their manga.
Was it apparently X 1999 is like written by Clamp, which is very ironic that she's talking about the commodification of magical girls and sexualization and like problematic media, and she has
Diabetes.
like multiple series from Clamps, which if you know Clamp, they're the doujinshi girls group who loves BL and has like made very questionable decisions in their career.
So these are like boy love dojins?
I don't think X 1999 is specifically boys love, but they have like made a couple of boys love. They're the ones that made the Kakuin laid the egg meme.
Yeah.
That was them.
Yes. They made Chobits. Was it? They made Chobits, Cardcaptor Sakura, and a couple of others. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chobits and Cardcaptor is great.
Yep.
So, sexualizing characters give money, not.
Oh, yeah, I do have to say, because you mentioned that now, and Chad says, so she's a Fujoshi. This is like a real huge issue with the Fujos for some reason.
No, she is not a Fujo. I don't fucking claim her. No.
I'm sorry, Lumi. You have to accept it. This is a huge issue
No.
with the Fujos.
No.
Every
You
time
saying
it's the
this is
Fujo.
No. You saying this is just a problem with the Fujos is like other people saying this is a problem with lolicons. No.
I'm just saying,
Don't
every
drag-
time it's
no,
a Fujo.
Don't drag the good Fujos down with this fucking piece of trash.
Sexualizing characters and empowering women instead does not bring money. Some of the first magical girl series, such as Creamy Mami, exemplified the belief that the magical girl's true goal becomes the eternal deferral of growth and their task to be just cute and young. Magical girl series from the 70s and 80s focused on young, cute girls who used magic to turn into teenage girls. At that time, it was a common trope for the series to end with the magical girl giving up her magic as she has realized that her true magic is her shoujo, aka her girlhood. Her adolescence is free of any obligations and expectations. She's not expected to get married, have kids, have a career, own a home. While denying adulthood is a rebellion against the expectations of women in Japanese society, focusing on the magic of childhood also highlights and encourages moe from the viewer, as young girls are now seen as the ideal. While series like Creamy Mami are not directly explicit, they're full of sexual innuendos. I mean, like that title, Creamy Mami, they also
I knew about that part. I saw people like reaming her out for that, which they should be, because it doesn't have the same connotation in Japanese as it does in America. That's the translated title, you fucking numpty.
What is it? Also, I had to like look it up because I've never seen Creamy Mami. I've always seen it in passing and have like referenced it in art and stuff like that. I literally just typed in, why is Creamy Mami, and it literally says her family owns a food truck called Creamy Crepes.
Yeah.
That's why she's Creamy Mami.
Yeah,
but
like
we can get basic facts right.
Yeah. I'm sure that Japanese people in the 1980s specifically chose the title for their magical girl anime because they knew one day it would be translated in English to a sexual innuendo. Like, are you fucking stupid? What?
Yes.
Some of these people genuinely they do not see the rest of the world as like individual people. Like, they genuinely believe the cultural knowledge they have is ubiquitous across everybody.
Like, this type of knowledge is something I would have had when I was like 13, 12. Like, at least, because that's how smug I acted as I like grew up learning more about anime. That would have flown like 2012, not 2025.
Exactly. I can't believe it. I'm also like a little partial on her analysis of Magical Girl being like the rejection of adulthood. I mean, maybe a little bit in some of them, but there's plenty of Magical Girl shows that either the characters are already teenagers or they're older than teenagers. They're just adults.
What is? Oh no, you go. Sorry.
No, because I was just thinking about because she says like it's a very common trope that they get older when they transform. I'm struggling to think of examples.
The issue is that she's trying to. I know what she's trying to do. She's trying to compare like past magical girls, like back then when it was still the witch genre, where they were little girls, and then as the genre became like defined itself, it then switched to like teenage middle school girls. That's where it shifted. But she's kind of like saying it in a way as if like the little girls are still like being the protagonist, and some of them are, but like that's not like the case nowadays.
No, there like, because Creamy Mami is an example of it, and I can think of a Western example of it, which is Witch, where they very explicitly become older when they transform, and it's with Witch. I don't know about Creamy Mami, but with Witch specifically, they directly acknowledge that they have more adult bodies at one point. So it is a intentional change in that regard. But other than those two series, I don't think it's a popular trope. I can't think of a whole bunch of shows doing it, like off the top of my head. Like
that's what I mean. Like that trope is technically like outdated. Not like super outdated, because again, there's like some exceptions still doing it today, but some of the stuff that did like the kid trope, like growing older, again, like came from the witch genre, but like the witch genre isn't like as prevalent anymore.
Yeah. Like just as soon as she said it, she's like, "Oh, it's a really common trope." I'm like, Neptunia? I mean, yeah, Neptunia I guess technically counts, but that's still like
They're teenagers still.
Some of them get older, some of them don't. Like Neptunia is like a total like toss-up. Some of them seem like they get younger. I think they just chose whatever they thought was more interesting at the time when they were designing the character, and they just kind of randomly applied them.
Yeah.
So make use of
one. Me too.
Yep.
It's like, obviously we don't have to watch this tonight, but this would be another video from, and I said Abby, it's Addie. Fucking this chick. This was one of her more recent videos.
Anime tourists aren't real.
Oh no. Listen, I'm someone who doesn't even use tourists that often, but like, you don't have to say it to know.
How long is that video?
36 minutes.
We might, if y'all are down for it.
Yeah. Hold up, I'll have to step out real quick.
Okay.
Uni
gets younger, that's why she's best girl. Fair. Neptunia has a girl that even gets flatter. Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, Neptunia could technically count, but the characters are kind of randomized depending on which one they are. Like, I can't think of a whole bunch of shows where this is like specifically like this is a specific decision they've made.
I honestly can't think of many magical girl anime that ages up the character when she transforms, honestly. They usually just get neat little costumes.
Yeah.
Like with fucking what's that one that I was obsessed with when I was younger? It was the one where she can turn into like, 3 different versions of her magical girl. They're in like little eggs, and it was like this cat boy that was her enemy and shit.
Miraculous Ladybug?
No, this is before this. This is before Ladybug. Fuck.
It just sounds like you described Ladybug though.
No, this is before Ladybug. Yes. Shujo, Chara, whatever. Fucking love that one. They did a remake, a couple years ago. I hate it.
It was on 4Kids? I must have looked over it. I don't remember seeing it on 4Kids.
It was on 4Kids.
Fair.
It's like I'm sorry, but the cat boy is hot.
Actually, Vela, that's what I was gonna say next. I was gonna ask Lumi, do you think that she's mistaking the female's bodies getting like more pronounced because they typically wear like leotards and stuff, and mistaking that for them quote unquote being older?
Possibly, because don't forget a lot of the outfits, if they're like thematic to something, they also kind of like, you know, add that little flair to it as well.
Yeah. Because like Sailor Moon, a lot of the girls wear kind of baggy like shirts, but then when they transform, they're always in leotards, and I'm like, well, maybe she's mistaking the fact their bodies are more like noticeable and pronounced as like aging up, which is not true. But here we will continue.
The Tokyo Mew Mew. Oh, was it Tokyo Mew Mew? No, fucking. Tokyo Mew Mew is also very good.
Fair. Chat. Does Mega Man Star Force count as a magical girl show, but directed at boys? Think about it.
I mean, like that
They have
title,
push-ups in their outfits. Yes.
Creamy Mami. They also make use of the bank system. Bank system is the reuse of frames to help save money. This again goes back to postmodernism, just the reuse of images over and over again. Nothing new is happening here. In magical.
What are you talking? What does that have to do with postmodernism? What do you think postmodernism means?
It's a big word that she needs to learn for herself. But then she got confused and is making her own definition.
Yeah, like, no, they don't reuse scenes for postmodernism. You said it. They reuse scenes because it's cheaper. It allowed them to, like, extend the runtime a little bit by having Sailor Moon do, like, a literal 2-minute transformation every episode. Like, what are you talking about?
Girl series, this technique is often used for the transformation sequence. This use of the bank system highlights the transformation of an innocent moe character into a seductive bisoujo character, thus appealing to the otaku gaze. So we got moe, and then we got bisoujo. Boom, we got both parts of the otaku gaze in one in the OG Magical Girl series. Like Creamy Mami. It is important to note that both Cutie Honey and Creamy Mami anime were made by men. Go Nagi created Cutie Honey, and Studio Pierrot, which was founded by Yuji Nunakawa, created Creamy Mami. Representations in popular culture.
I can teleport to shit.
I would have to read into that to see if that is correct, because especially with the other one, she's like, well, the studio was founded by a man, so Creamy was made by a man.
Actually, hold on. Is she just going off a director or actual creator of the series?
I think she's doing director. With the second one with Studio Pierrot, she's saying the guy that made the studio is a man. She doesn't say the person that made Creamy Mami is a man. She said the guy that made the studio that produced it. So I think she's just making shit up as she goes.
Okay, so Kazunori Ito did create Creamy Mami, but he also did the Ghost in the Shell movie.
Yeah, fair.
That's neat.
Well, you see, Makoto Kusanagi is naked, therefore, male gaze.
Well, yeah, now, I don't know if you heard it when she said it, but now she's saying... First off, she said that reusing transformation scenes to save money was a part of postmodernism. Don't know what the fuck she meant by that.
Yeah, no, it's just production.
Yeah, like, I don't know what you mean by postmodernism. I don't know what you're trying to get at with that. Especially considering you're talking about shows from the 70s and saying they were postmodernist. Fucking good luck with that one, I guess.
Postmodernism usually means, like, after, and considering these series didn't really, like, you know, do anything until after Sailor Moon, according to her definition, that doesn't really fit the definition of postmodernism.
Yeah, she's also trying to say that Creamy Mami transforms into a slightly older girl because they're trying to capture both the moe gaze and the male gaze, which I'm pretty sure you were here a while ago, where she, for some reason, defined moe as, like, a verb.
Yeah.
I don't know where she's getting at with any of this, honestly.
There's people that say words, and they don't know what they mean, but they do say it to make themselves sound smarter.
Young for two, your boy Andy gassing her up in the comments. Andy who? Anyways.
Pierrot, which was founded by Yuji Nunakawa, created Creamy Mami. Representations in popular culture created by and aimed at men have depicted girls as symbolic of modernity and changing mores, as alluring but dangerous and threatening to masculinity, the family, and to the nation itself. Magical girls reject modernity and therefore become a threat to men, as she has rejected marriage and a family. In response to this threat, animation studios took advantage of the otaku culture and created magical girls who are considered B-shoujo and or elicit feelings of moe for male audiences. Portraying women for the otaku gaze takes away.
I hate that she uses moe as a verb. It's killing me.
I like that's not what moe means, and I'm pretty sure like moe. Okay, here's the thing: like moe doesn't have like a moe has a definition, but the way she's using it is like so wrong, because the whole thing with moe is it's supposed to be that you feel it. Moe is just basically cuteness aggression. And like Creamy Mami's cute, but she doesn't fit like the I guess more modern definition of moe. It doesn't make any sense. Like
It's like here's the definition of moe in the Oxford Dictionary. The quality in a fictional female character of being youthfully innocent and vulnerable in an idealized way, perceived as eliciting feelings of affection or protectiveness.
so cute aggression.
Yeah.
Cute aggression, yes.
She's using moe as a verb. Like, you experience feelings of moe. What the fuck does that mean? What are you talking about?
Come on, Mizu. Where you're moe, Lumi's moe, I'm moe. Is there any more moes that we need to know about?
I don't get it. She just says like the weirdest stuff. Like, were you listening earlier when I told Lumi? I was like, it's really weird that she uses plurals as singulars and singulars as
Yes.
plurals.
I did catch that. Yes.
Like, she talks just so weird. And she's reading a script. That's what makes it worse. Like, did you proofread your script? Is it a first draft?
Listen,
women's
TikTok content creator, so most likely.
threatening power toward men, thus taking away her original meaning and changing her to just a source of voyeurism and pleasure.
By the way, it's not lost on me that in her start, it's the male gaze, aka the otaku gaze. Because again, for some reason, she thinks otaku is a gendered word. I don't know where she picked that up from.
With otaku culture in full force, how did women take back the genre? The iconic series Sailor Moon played a strong part, as well as the cult classic revolutionary Girl Utena. Sailor Moon didn't show up until the 90s, and when it did, it revolutionized the genre. The series popularized transformation sequences and created the standard of the magical girl power system. Sailor Moon changed the transformation formula to one of accessories and makeovers rather than physical change. Naoko Takeuchi, the author of Sailor Moon, and Toei Studios made hyperfemininity a positive rather than a negative.
What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. And did you forget that Toei Animation did the other two shows as well?
This is I'll say it when she gets to it because I know she's gonna bring up Cutie Honey again. It's just like, what do you mean? Like, what is she talking about? Like, none of what it's like she's telling a timeline of her own timeline of how that magical girl genre came to be and just expects you to believe it.
Yeah.
But she believes it as well.
And she goes, Sailor Moon reclaimed femininity and taught people that femininity was not a negative. When was it ever in the other shows? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Like, these shows are like aimed at like little girls. They were all they didn't need to be reclaimed. It just so happened that men liked them and then like got into them, and then that was it.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Does that mean Senshi is really gunning for the positivity of Sailor Moon? She does condone the relationship between Usagi and fucking what's his name?
Mamoru.
I always forget his name. Yeah.
Everybody
Does that
forgets
mean
his name.
She condones that?
Depends. Are we going by the dub are we going by the original anime where they for some reason made him older for no reason, or the actual series where they just made him like just someone who was like 1 or 2 years older? I don't know why they did that.
Probably watches everything dubbed, so the dubbed version.
No, it was I'm pretty sure like in the Japanese version they just like imply that he's supposed to be like way older, and he's not even really supposed to be that old. They just did it for no reason.
No, clearly he's like 36 with a half-paid mortgage and probably 2 divorces.
Usagi a gold digger for real.
Considering the way he dresses, I wouldn't doubt it.
Is he robbing the cradle or is she robbing the grave?
He's robbing the grave for sure.
Considering what happens in her future, clearly he was robbing his grave. Gave literally everyone immortality. It's like, I'm the one in charge.
Hyperfemininity is often seen as a weakness. It's stereotypically used as a way to visually show that a woman character is not the brightest, she's not the smartest, not a lot going on in here. She's pretty. Sailor Moon flipped.
Here's the problem with like her analysis of this in particular, is she's applying like other country standards to anime. From everything I've seen from older anime, typically women in older anime were kind of universally treated as just intelligent and in control. Like not
intelligent. Sorry,
not all of them, obviously, but older anime, from what I've seen, typically have the women being like very intelligent, very in control of the situations. I can't really think of a ditzy, stupid woman anime off the top of my head from that time.
What is it? It's because, like, how should I put it? The way the genre was kind of set up, and it really goes for shoujo in general, is that the girl goes on an adventure. She explores herself, experiences like life and all that type of stuff, and then she goes home and then she settles down. That's like the whole thing with the genre. That's why like her turning older and like is like a significant deal, because it's her with her youthful self. It's just now she has an older body, but then by the end she learns a lesson, then she grows up naturally and experiences life for real, and then she settles down. So the thing with Serena, well, I'm calling her Serena because I like the dub names more. Serena is the fact that her acting like an actual child was just shocking. And that actually brings up a funny story about when Sailor Moon came to the West, and one of the toy manufacturers looked at the Sailor Moon dolls from Japan and was like, oh, these dolls look like children. I'm not kidding, by the way.
That sounds about right.
It's so stupid.
It's just right now it sounds like she's applying like other country standards to anime, and like Sailor Moon like really broke the mold on this one. It's like, from what? What other anime did it break the mold from? Please tell me. Young for 10, I hate when they put a lens of higher expectations on female characters but ignore the male characters that share those same flaws or barely a character. Good example, what's his fucking face from Sailor Moon, that literally nobody knows who the fuck he is, other than that one meme where he's like, my work here is done, you didn't do anything.
I got all the way up to like I don't remember, what is it? I know I got all the way up to like the stuff with Sailor Saturn. He literally does like nothing. His whole game, and then what is it? He does nothing. I end up finding out later from the manga that the villains, the guys in the first arc, the henchmen of like Queen Beryl and stuff, those were supposed to be his version of the Sailor Senshi. Immediately killed, never brought back again. So he's literally just by himself, an accessory to Sailor Moon. That is his only purpose.
Yeah, I have no idea where she's trying to go with this. You're trying to break the mold. What mold? What are you talking about? You've not watched any other anime. You just read fucking boy love all day. Apparently. all your fucking bookshelf is, other than Alita Battle Angel.
The stereotype on its head and made femininity empowering. As a woman, it is so awesome to see Sailor Scouts gain power from their jewelry and dresses. And like, yeah, I love jewelry and dresses, and they make me feel powerful. They make me feel so confident. So to see that represented with literal magical powers, love that. Iconic. Rather than looking down the Scouts for getting dressed up to fight crime, everybody looks up to them and sees them as heroes. This is illustrated in the diegesis, as within the show, it's canon that Sailor V has video games and movies about her, illustrating that people within the universe look up to the Scouts and idolize them. Additionally, Sailor Moon viewers look up to the Scouts as well. Despite the series premiering over 30 years ago, Sailor Moon merchandise, cosplay, museums can easily be found today. Sailor Moon's use of hyperfemininity is a rebellion against a stereotype that dressed-up women are dim-witted and unsuccessful.
What stereotype?
My thing is,
There's
she's
no
not really.
stereotype.
He doesn't really explain anything. Like, is anybody else noticing that?
Yeah, no, she
The
just
only
says it.
stereotype that there is somebody that's literally drawn as a fucking bimbo. That's it.
Like, what?
It's
Just
like,
this
what is it?
the
Like, you're-
stereotype of who?
Like-
Where?
like it's like what you said earlier. She keeps trying to compare it to like different country standards, and it's like, I'd be one thing if you were like actually comparing American media to American media, but you're comparing a pretty already progressive like genre to like American media, and it's not really helping your case.
And even then, I don't think it would be true, because I think a lot of people are aware of this. But particularly in cartoons, but in American media as a whole, typically the mom or the female character is portrayed as like the intelligent one of the family that has to deal with her dumbass husband that can't even like open an oven without it catching on fire.
Yep.
Like, what are you talking about? This stereotype that women who get dressed up are ditzy bimbos. What show
And even then,
has that?
and even then, wasn't that stereotype broken specifically also because of stuff like Legally Blonde?
Yes. A little
Yes.
bit.
Like, it's
Farmer,
not perfect. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say Farmer Jack for our member for 5 months. Thank you. Calling it now. This chick will foolishly attempt to take down Saba in the future. History repeats itself.
You
Close
think
enough.
she'll be the new Brittany Venti to Saba?
If she tries after this, I would be very, very... That's going to be a very, very sad thing.
I encourage her to continue on her YouTube path if this is what she wants to do with her life.
Yeah. Give Mizu more content.
Mizu, why are you doing this to these people? Why are you setting them up?
Because it's funny.
Look, if she can take the criticism and improve, that'll be a good day. I believe everybody can be a better person.
True.
Revolution Girl Utena came out about 5 years after Sailor Moon's initial release. It's known for being a deconstruction of the magical girl genre by subverting common tropes and traditional gender norms. This series, while directed by a man, focuses on women's problems and encourages...
Why'd you say it like that?
I'm already
Male,
upset.
gross, disgusting.
I'm already
Ew.
upset. I'm like super upset with how she's gonna treat this section, because I actually did see this section and I'm just like, she's gonna get so many things wrong in a short amount of time and it's gonna make my brain burst.
So I'm gonna have to ask you, if you've seen it before, would you actually classify it as a deconstruction? Because I've seen a lot of people, like when discussing magical girl shows that are typically like quote unquote deconstructions, be like, no, I don't believe that's a deconstruction. I believe that's actually pretty on brand for what magical girl shows are.
What is it? So Revolutionary Girl Utena, I actually finished it just recently, like a month or two ago. So the thing with Utena is that one of the animators who wrote some of the episodes for Sailor Moon, Kunihiko Ikuhara, he's one of my favorite directors. He went on to go make Revolutionary Girl Utena, Penguin Drum, Sanzara Mai, all that type of stuff. And it is technically a deconstruction from... it is technically a deconstruction in some of the smaller themes of like some of the stuff he wrote for Sailor Moon. Like you can compare Utena to Serena, you can compare Wakaba to like Molly, and Yeah, it's like a deconstruction, but not like your standard like magical girl deconstruction. I would just say be shoujo. That's where it would like deconstructs. Like stuff like Rose of I'm gonna say it wrong. The Rose of Versailles, stuff like that. Then like magical girl deconstruction.
So I'm always wondering, what would you say is the difference between like a deconstruction of something versus just plain subverting expectations?
A deconstruction would technically be like pretty much, how should I put this? Because like Sailor Moon is technically a deconstruction of the magical girl genre, and then it is further iterated on with specific aspects of a series. Basically, it just depends on like how a series tackles it. It's like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, my brain like fried for a second. Can you repeat that, Mizu? I'm so sorry.
No, because this is something I always think about, because a lot of people talk about something being like a deconstruction or not. And sometimes I'm like, well, is this really a deconstruction? Or is it just because they are so aware of the tropes, they decided they wanted to subvert your expectations this time? Which isn't necessarily on its own a deconstruction. It's just somebody who really likes it and says, well, I kind of want a little twist here.
Yeah, I would say pretty much, yeah. I would say definitely like Madoka is basically a version of deconstruction, but standing on its own, that it subverts expectations using like, again, the character of like Molly and Wakaba from Utena. And Molly from Sailor Moon. Again, yes, I'm going to use the dub names because I like it more. Molly is Serena's best friend, and how they wrote her in the 90s version was very short-lived and only lasted like 1 or 2 episodes. And she's just there, gets like an episode which isn't even in the manga or the newer anime, and then she just disappears after a while. Whereas like in Utena, they actually go out of their way to tackle like what does it mean, like how she has the best friend character and she wants to be special like Utena, like Anthe, like all these people around her, but she can't because at the end of the day she's a side character and you genuinely feel her pain. Like that is a deconstruction. And then at the end of the day, she goes back to normal because that is what she is. It doesn't mean they have to change as a character and evolve the plot. It just means that they learned something and you learn something about this character and you learn something about a trope, if that makes any sense.
Well, I say it because in chat mentioned it would Madoka Magica count, and I think a lot of people have always said Madoka Magica is a deconstruction of magical girl as a genre. But I have also seen compelling arguments that Madoka Magica actually is quintessential magical girl, and people only think it's a deconstruction because of how dark it gets, comparatively to other series.
It's like, I would say it's more a deconstruction on how magical girls are always expected to sacrifice. And it just, like, again, the whole, like, sacrifice trope, because, like, as she said, the magical girls are always supposed to be, like, expected to give up their powers in the end, or because they can't stay like that forever. And the whole thing with Madoka is it's supposed to be like she shouldn't have to sacrifice, she shouldn't have to give up her thing for everyone else. The issue is the fact that when people talk about deconstructing, they always think deconstructing means that they hate the genre, despite literally, when you look into the direction history of some of the most deconstructive series, like Evangelion, like Madoka, the directors always say, I made this series because I love this series. I love this genre. Please stop saying I hate this genre.
Oh, it's a huge problem with Evangelion.
Yes.
I've literally shown people, there's an interview with the guy where they ask him a couple questions in sequence, and he always has the exact same answers. Because it's always, why did you choose the Christian symbolism? Explain the specific deconstruction you intended between Asuka and Rei, and then, God, I forget what the other, or like, why did you decide to do like a deconstruction of the mecha genre? And his answers are always the same. He's like, I chose the religious symbolism because it looked really fucking cool. I made Asuka and Rei because they're girls I would have liked to date in high school. And I really love Mecha because it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, and he also said that not only that, I remember he's literally even further in some interviews they were like, yeah, I liked Rei and Asuka because they reminded me, like, he based them off of like Bishoujo heroines. So like he's like super familiar and in depth with the genre. Like, these people that make these like quote unquote deconstructive works, they love the genre. They outright always say, I love the genre, otherwise they wouldn't have made it in the first place. And yet people think everyone's bitter as Miyazaki, and it's like, stop. Listen, I like Miyazaki too, okay, but like he's an old man who is who's still an otaku who just hates the anime sphere. No, he's an otaku who hates regular otaku culture and just likes the whimsy of the Ghibli culture he's created, which is not bad. Everyone has their own definition, but he does not represent everyone in the anime sphere.
Well, some of his stuff too, like, I'm not saying that he's not a jaded old man, because he's absolutely a jaded old man, especially with how he
100%.
treats like his proteges. No idea why he treats his proteges so poorly, but some of his stuff where people claim he like hates anime, like, is taken like deeply out of context a lot of the time. And he's like, no, I love it. I just think my stuff is better, because he's really far up his own ass.
To be fair, we've seen what his other predecessors have tried to do without him, and last thing we need is another earwig situation. With that was just terrible.
I hate to get super off topic. What do you think about the theory that Shinji's dad in Evangelion is actually Miyazaki?
Now, I have not seen Evangelion, but I have seen the memes.
Yeah.
And I would not be shocked. Especially with what we saw with his actual son years later. Like,
yeah. Well, because it's kind of been pointed out before that the director of Evangelion, the creator, actually didn't have like a particularly bad relationship with his dad. Like, he actually had a pretty solid relationship with his family, but he did mentor under Miyazaki. And according to him, Miyazaki basically never thought anything he did was good enough, and always kind of treated his work like it was garbage.
Dang.
And there's a theory that Shinji's dad is actually based off Miyazaki, and like this weird obsession he had with trying to prove to his quote-unquote dad that he was good enough and his work was good enough to beat his bar, and it just never was.
You know what? I believe it. Listen, we saw what his actual son like came in and tried to do, and he dismissed the entirety of him. He like walked out of the theater when his son's work premiered.
Yeah, honestly, I understand everybody likes Miyazaki's work, but the man himself is kind of a shitheel.
Miyazaki has become a fucking ass in his older years. Like, Jesus Christ, be happy for your son, or act like it.
And even then, like, okay, because like his son has like done work, and like anytime people have like watched his son's work, it's not good. Everyone says it's not as good as what like usually comes from Ghibli. The issue is he's not teaching his son. He just keeps telling him go back to architect school.
People have probably seen this before, but I fucking love this.
Oh my god.
Junji Ito he needs to be protected at all costs.
No, for real. He literally is like, yeah, no, I just make stuff because I'm kind of scared of that, so I just put pen to paper. It scares me, so I'm gonna give it to everybody else to get scared with.
I love that man so much. Oh my god.
But yeah, this
One day.
This is a famous meme that people like to share a lot when you talk about Miyazaki.
Oh my gosh.
Because, like, if you ever see an interview with Junji Ito, like, he's just the nicest, friendliest little guy you've ever seen. And it's just like, your work absolutely terrifies me and gives me existential dread, but you just look, like, so pleased with yourself.
What is it? He like said in an interview, I literally just said, he's like, yeah, no, I drew this and like came up with these stories because like that would scare me, so I'm just publishing it because I know it would scare you.
I also really love the detail on his easel that it's just black, white, and gray with a little tiny corner of red at the bottom.
Oh my god.
I need you to send me a link to this image.
Okay, I'll put it in chat for you.
I gotta send it to my sister. She'll appreciate it.
Oh, it's great. But here, we will continue with this wonderful video.
Just change around women's oppression. It follows Utena as she tries to save Anne.
Wait, sorry, I gotta go back a little bit. We're on women's oppression now? What happened?
Like
No,
I said,
gender
I'm gonna talk about what she gets a lot wrong about Utena.
This series, while directed by a man, focuses on women's problems and encourages change around women's oppression. It follows Utena as she tries to save Anthe, a magical girl, from a cycle of oppression and abuse. In Utena, Anthe wants to give up her magic, but the men around her force her to keep it and use it to revolutionize the world. What it means to revolutionize the world is different from character to character, but for Akio, the main antagonist, that means to reclaim his lost power and control.
Is this the doomed Yuri I've heard so much about?
Yeah. Oh.
The series ends with Utena saving Anthe. Anthe loses her powers and Utena disappears from the world. Interestingly, this goes back to the early Magical Girl series, as those end with their magic being given up.
God damn, I actually called it. Look at that. I didn't know how this ended. Apparently, I just got it right.
Okay. So she gets this wrong. Anthe does not lose her powers by the end. Okay, there's like a whole thing. So so do you mind spoilers?
I'm never gonna watch this. No,
Okay,
no
so
offense to the show. It's just magical
No,
girls
you're
really
good.
aren't my thing.
No, you're good. You're good. What is it? I'd recommend it still because it's more than magical girls. Like everyone always emphasizes that there's like way more to it. But the whole thing with Utena is the fact that Anthe, the girl, the like Indian girl you saw, she's this thing called the Rose Bride, and whoever has the Rose Bride, it gets to revolutionize the world. She is correct in the fact that Akio gets to if he's able to revolutionize the world using Anthe, he'll get his power back. The issue is that again, she doesn't lose her magic in the end, and the whole thing she's not talking about, and she's focusing on like the oppression part. It's not about women's oppression. It's about societal expectations women and men are placed in adulthood, or are expected to have in society, not adulthood.
Yeah,
And she's just like, it's like wrong. It's literally supposed to be about gender. Like, it's literally the whole thing about Utena is gender expectations are stupid. Abandons them. That's it. Like, Utena's trying to be this thing called a prince. She can't fit into the role of the prince, and the society tells her you can't fit into the role of a prince. That's why the story's like gender stuff is stupid. Abandon it and be yourself.
I think a lot of people miss this with shows. If the show is, because most shows are typically directed towards specifically girls or specifically boys. It's actually kind of a new thing where they try and make everything a gray slop for everybody. But previously it really was, this is for girls, this is for boys, mostly. So when the stories talk about stuff like role in society, typically they focus on it from like one gender's perspective. That's not them saying this specific gender is put upon by society. It's still more of a general commentary on societal expectations.
Exactly.
It just happens they're only mentioning one gender because the show was directed at one gender. And the show's target audience, particularly if they're like younger, on the younger side, probably doesn't understand the societal expectation that's on the other gender either, because they've never had to like physically deal with it. So
Exactly.
you're not really going to teach them much by doing that.
And what is it? Even then, like Utena tries to like cover all of that, but the thing is that you have to consider Utena at the end of the day is like told, even though like Kunihiko, you know, he's a guy, he's gonna show it through a female's perspective, because there are guys in the series that like also have like things tackled, but like a girl is not going to understand that when she watches the show, because again, it's told in a specific way that only a guy could understand, but that they're not the protagonist. It's about the women of the series, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
While those series focused on elementary age girls, Anthony is in high school, and the series ends with her leaving the school grounds to go to the outside world.
Wait a minute, Anthony's not in high school. Oh my gosh. Anthony's not in high school. Okay, the thing that Utena literally emphasizes in the first episode, and even I had to be like reminded of this several times by the script. Everybody, Utena, Anthy, Wakaba, and all of like, and except the student council, they're middle schoolers. They're just really tall. This is like said in the first episode. And again, I had to be reminded of it too because of watching the series. They're all middle school girls.
Yeah. This was always the thing with some older anime, is if you did like a middle schooler type character, they either look like a toddler or they look like an adult woman. they were never good at doing like the middle ground.
I know why they do it. So there's actually like a real reason why they do it. They do it because girls want to like self-insert in a way. They want like they want to look like that, and they want to be the ideal version of themselves. They don't want to look like what they actually are. But the thing is that if you're going to, you got to actually know that, which means you got to understand your audience. Something she's not doing.
Yeah.
Lieutenant. The true magic for Anthony isn't her adolescence, but rather her adulthood and freedom that brings her. The true magic for Anthony isn't her childhood, it's her adulthood, and how that represents freedom and brings her new life choices and opportunities that her childhood didn't provide her. For Anthony, adulthood means being able to choose her own path in life, whether she wants to get married or not, what career to have. Anthony's life choices were made for her during adolescence, but now as an adult, she is truly free. Anthony's magic comes from her womanhood, not her childhood. This goes against what early Magical Girl series did, because their true magic came from their childhood and they rejected adulthood.
Oh my gosh, she's like getting the entire message wrong. And again, Anthony does not lose her magic because this... Oh my gosh.
Well, I kind of disagreed with her earlier when she said this, because like I said, I'm not a huge Magical Girl aficionado, but I've watched plenty of them still. And she's like, no, all the messages of the previous Magical Girl shows was that you should stay young and that your superpower is your youngness. Like, that's not really the message I got out of them.
What is it? Utena's message? Oh, sorry.
A lot of times it feels like, not Utena specifically, but like, you know, Sailor Moon and other ones, a lot of times the main message seems to be more of a general be yourself kind of thing. Not be young, be old, grow up, whatever. It's just more of a be yourself and do what feels best for you.
What is it? The thing with like Utena is that the whole message was that Anthy had taken on so much burden for taking away, like, so you know how like unfortunately like in history, like if a guy got in trouble, a woman would take the burden. That was basically Anthy's character, being like she took the expectations of her brother, because everybody needed him, because he was the epitome of the prince trope of everyone needs a prince, but the prince also needs someone to like help him or else he'll like die. And so she's closed him away so that he could properly not only heal but also be protected, because again, the prince needs protection too or else he'll die. And so because she did that, she becomes a witch. It's not really touched on a lot in the series until like the end, but basically the thing is that the prince, because he's being shielded, he blames her and is like, the world is in danger because of you. Like, all this happened because of you. And so the whole thing with her leaving the school was not, again, because she accepted womanhood from girlhood. It was literally because she was leaving in an abusive relationship and was like, I want to, like, think and be myself. And I want to revolutionize she may be like, what is it? Because like Utena ends up like disappearing by the end. She's like, Utena's gone from your world, but she's not gone from mine. And I'm going to go out of my way to revolutionize the world in my own way, even if I don't make a big impact, if that makes sense.
No, I get it.
And it's like, it's like so wrong.
So I decided just to look at her YouTube, and apparently 4 hours ago, she made a post.
Oh.
There you go. I put it in the group chat.
Oh no. This is gonna be interesting.
There's one sentence I think you're just gonna love when she said that she was developing this theory while she was going through her undergrad.
So my video essay has blown up recently in not a good way. Obviously, I haven't read all of the comments, but in general, it seems like people don't agree with my argument, and that's so fair. My intention with the video is not to say I'm 100% right about this, but rather just to create and share a theory I developed throughout my undergrad. Theory isn't supposed to be wrong or right. It's just a theory, an anime theory. And it's totally valid to disagree with my theory, but it's not okay to be commenting and messaging me hateful things. It's not okay to do that to anyone. You never know what people may be going through, and hateful comments can hold a lot of impact. This has been really hard for me to be getting this negative response from a community that I love. I'm going to keep making videos because I enjoy yapping about anime and manga. And if you don't like my videos, that's totally okay, but it's not okay to be mean and hateful. Yeah, I do have to kind of clarify, chat, that this was not just like a bunch of regular anime people kind of upset with her video. This video really took off in the actual like magical girl community, and they really hated it.
I know. I'm that community.
Yeah. Yeah, like, this isn't just like the average like, oh, you're a tourist kind of people commenting on this. No, this was like the actual like magical girl community, and they're like, no, you're an idiot. What are you talking about? None of this is right.
Listen, my thing was that she couldn't even do a small Google search regarding creamy Mami.
Yeah.
Also, it's like, is she saying that this entire video is a theory? Why not just say, like, the commodification of the magical girl, of theory, or a video theory, or a video essay theory? Or it's like, dude, this isn't a theory. This is your thoughts. This is your essay.
There are also people calling her out in the comments and stuff like that, being like, listen, this is kind of a copped out. The problem with your theory is that it's factually wrong on multiple levels. I think I can call a theory wrong if it's based on almost entirely off of misinformation and some absolutely diabolical cherry picking with a massive genre, to be honest. Yeah, nobody's even agreeing with her in her, like, posts, so, yeah.
Also, somebody asked it earlier. Yes, I do consider Western-made magical girl shows to be magical girl. The ones I mentioned off the top of the stream were specifically Winx Club and Witch.
What is it?
Which there's no world where you convince me that Winx Club is not a traditional magical girl show.
Okay, so what is it? The thing with, like, there's, like, a history regarding France and magical girls and just shoujo in general, because unlike America, where we were just mainly marketed shonen because shonen sold better, France got equal shonen and shoujo representation, and that's why there's a large manga scene in France. Like, I know Radiant was one of the bigger ones, but Manfra is like a really big thing in France. So that's why you get a lot of like anime inspired shows there, because they literally grew up with it.
Fair.
Like Ladybug, like what is it? Like Miraculous Ladybug, that was going to be an anime, and I don't doubt it was just because the author grew up with a lot of magical girl shows. Like actual like they actually grew up with Creamy Mami, Sally the Witch, all the other like shoujo series like Lady Georgie and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. Japan has always like had a pretty large animated scene that you could almost mistake from being like just anime if somebody didn't tell you it wasn't anime.
Yeah.
Yes, Oban Star Racer. By the way,
Yes.
hard as fuck to find like an actual clean copy of the episodes of Oban Star Racer. There was
Really?
a limited release a couple years ago of a Blu-ray version for Oban Star Racer, and then something happened with the licensing, and it kind of disappeared.
Dang. I remember someone just uploaded the whole dub back in YouTube around like 2013.
I'd have to look around for it. The big Asian or the big French ones for me, where I'm pretty sure they're all French, is Code Lyoko, Winx Club, Oban Star Racer, and I think somebody mentioned the other one. Yeah, Wakfu. I watched some Wakfu.
I'm pretty 3 of what you listed are French. I'm not sure about Wakfu though. I've never seen it.
Oh yeah, Wakfu is definitely French. Wakfu is also a game, by the way, that's still currently active. It's kind of like the combat's like Fire Emblem styled, but it's an MMO.
Interesting.
It's kind of a shit show though to play, to be quite frank.
Listen, something's got a monkey paw its way to the surface.
Also, Atari and my classmates tried to bully me for watching Winx. I never told anybody in my class what I watched, because I knew for a fact I'd get bullied.
Was it Winx is Italian? I forgot it was Italian.
Is it Italian? I thought it was French.
Let me see. Winx. Let me see.
I got 8 seasons.
Yeah, Italy.
Ah, look at that. Fair enough. I'll eat my words on that one. Look, chat, it's hard to determine if something comes out of France, Canada, or somewhere else when it comes to cartoons.
Revolution Girl Utena is just so iconic. 'Cause, again, it's a deconstruction of the series, especially showed in the ending with Anthony's rejection of her childhood and wanting to move on to adulthood. This really helps to empower both sides of girls and young women. Utena is for older women, and it makes them feel comfortable and safe in adulthood, knowing that
Yes, chat, Winx did get a revival. We don't talk about it.
Don't you want to talk about the live action?
We don't. It wasn't live action. We just don't talk about it. Code Lyoko got a live action.
Oh, we don't talk about that one either. That thing was interesting.
not everything is going to be so horrible and bleak. They have their own choices they can make, and they will still have freedom, even if that freedom is different from the freedom that they had in their childhood. The struggles and
Why is there elevator music playing in the background of this video? It's probably copyright free. Like I use a channel called Purple Cat for mine, which is why you'll hear like the chill music in the background. I know Akko actually gets a license for theirs from like Epidemic Sound or something.
Anthony and Utena face are struggles that women face all around the world. Women are often viewed as threatening, but also desirable, and men mitigate that dichotomy by trying to control women.
What the fuck are you talking about?
My thing is, like, okay, I understand what she's trying to say, like, because, yeah, they're trying to control the Rose Bride, but again, she's getting it wrong. It's supposed to be, it's like, they're trying to fulfill toxic ideals of what the genders are supposed to be, because that's the thing, Utena tackles both genders, and she's only singling out, like, women as, like, the only issue. And it's like, come on! Like, you're missing the message. Like, the show is trying to say, the prince role does not exist. Just be yourself. That's it.
He sabotages her relationship with Anthe by seducing her and even goes so far as to forcibly dress her as a princess and confiscate her sword, undermining her dream of becoming a prince. By defying Akio, rejecting the role of the passive princess, and struggling to free Anthy from her objectified role in the duels, Utena emerges as a subject of multilateral narratological disruption. She subverts the narratives assigned to her gender, refusing heterosexual primacy and tirelessly fighting for what can only be called feminist ends. Yet she can also be read as a hero according to queer theory, exploding gender binaries, and rewriting the meanings of masculine and feminine terms, symbols, and ideas.
Oh my gosh, that's not what Anthy was. The whole thing was that Anthy was complacent. Like, one thing that also Utena tackles is there are women who are complacent in the system because they benefit from it. Anthy both benefits and does not benefit from the system, but there are other women in the series who do take advantage of the system. Because that's the thing that some of these women don't understand when they make stuff like this. Is that there are some women who like benefiting from the system, but they only want to talk about the oppressed. They never want to tackle that.
Can we point out that whatever she's reading from here, she's on page 214?
This article, I think somebody, was it? There's like a different
It's not an article, it's a research paper. It's called Prince Charming by Day, Superheroine by Night, Subversive Sexualities and Gender Fluidity in Revolutionary Girl Utena and Sailor Moon.
What is it? Yeah, this paper. I know a different anime person who actually like researches like Gundam and all that type of stuff. They're like going through the research paper right now, and they're like, this article is also wrong.
The abstract. In the third major story arc of Naoko Takeuchi's groundbreaking graphic narrative series, Bishoujo Senshi Saramun, or Sailor Moon, to English-speaking audiences, the protagonist finds herself questioning the sex of the person she's recently kissed. Judging from the cropped hair, male school uniform, and other characters' repeated use of the masculine pronoun in reference to this individual, Usagi might safely assume it's a man. However, she has also seen Haruka on the battlefield in a costume, clearly revealing a female body. As her alluring acquaintance leans in for a second kiss, Usagi hesitantly asks, "Are you a guy or a girl?" Haruka simply responds, "Guy or girl, is that so important?" The question echoes thematically throughout the rest of the series, prompting readers to examine their own preconceptions.
They're talking about the Starlights, which are, I think if I remember correctly, Sailor Moon S or R. And it's like, well, I have no idea. What are they trying to get at with this?
What is this from? Is this like a snippet from the article? Because it's 208 Catherine E. Bailey. Like, I don't know, is this like a snippet from it?
It has to be.
Because this is only 16 pages, but they're like listed like 216, 218.
And out of order. What is it? Some of the pages are out of order, I think.
Because, like, yeah, you wouldn't have like this many sources for like a 16-page paper. I have no idea what's going on with this paper.
By defying Akio, rejecting the role of the passive princess, and struggling to free Anthy from her objectified role in the duels, Utena subverts the narrative assigned to her gender, refusing heterosexual primacy and tirelessly fighting for what can only be called feminist ends. This is seen through how Utena wears the boys' school uniform rather than the girls'. That's a rejection of the male gaze and the gender binary.
What? That's not why she wears the uniform. She literally says in the beginning of the show, like, she wears it because she likes it. And because there's no rule against it. She wears the boys' uniform because it makes her happy, not because it's a rejection.
I also like how she says it's a rejection of the male gaze. And it's like, I don't think you understand. That doesn't bother men. Like,
No, even in the show, like men and women like literally say that the uniform looks good on her, and they make a big deal out of it because there's a later episode in the show where she wears the traditional girl's uniform because there's like a small arc where she's like told like you look better if you were more feminine, so to like not be yourself. And then Wakaba, her best friend, is like, I want you to be yourself. And she's like, you know what? I am going to be myself. And it's like, it's not because of the male gaze, because she's doing all this for a man. Like, that's the one thing she's not mentioning in the, in this. She's all doing this all for a guy. Her, again, the prince that she believes would want her to do this, instead of like being the damsel in distress that in usual stories like this, she would be. I don't know why she keeps trying to say it's because of the male gaze. It's not because of the male gaze. It's literally just because she likes it.
Also seen through how she develops a queer relationship with Anthony, a theme that is more overt in the retelling movie Adolescence of Utena. Utena and Anthony's relationship goes against the male gaze. They have labeled themselves as non-desirable for the otaku.
honey,
That is so wrong.
men like watching women kiss. I don't know who told you this wasn't a thing. And I think maybe it's because you think that men don't typically watch Yuri shows. And that's just because Yuri shows typically focus on a lot more like girly girl, everyday things. But trust me, men are completely fine with women kissing other women. They enjoy watching it. There's an entire category for it. There are multiple categories for it, actually. In every permutation you can think of. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
She's also wrong again because the whole thing with Anthe is that she's literally supposed to be the personification of what everybody would want from the ideal women. Like the ideal woman, or the ideal, like just the concept of the ideal. That is the whole point of Anthe's character. But she literally skips all of it. Like there's literally an episode where they have arrows pointing at symbolism, like literal blinking arrows with sound effects pointing at the symbolism because they didn't expect you as the audience to notice the symbolism. And I'm guessing she just didn't see that either.
You think she watched it?
At this point, I really don't.
Their visual cues are not for heterosexual romance. These actions from Utena, plus her final act of saving Anatoly, is openly feminist as it encourages non-rigidity for magical girls and women. Utena acts as a warning. It shows the danger and harm of oppressing and objectifying women. Utena's encouragement for adulthood shows that adulthood in itself is magical in a different way than childhood. On the other end,
I think I'm just now noticing, because I knew that she had like a little Sailor Moon thing here that she attached her microphone to. I'm just now opening that's a fucking bottle opener.
Oh, I think I saw someone talking about that, but I was like, I just didn't see that.
Yeah, I think I just now realized it's a bottle opener. Because of the way they designed the hole in it.
It's just, it's so painful. This
Sailor
video
Moon's
is painful.
appeals to the female gaze rather than the otaku gaze. The Scouts' visual cues are hard to be misinterpreted as a sexual reading. Their changing jewelry and clothes are symbols of power and agency for women, not one of fetishization. And yeah, while the Utena transformations can be argued as sexual, it focuses more on the feminine side of things rather than her body.
So much cope. So, I don't know if you heard it. This was the thing she said very early on when she was talking about Madoka Magica, but she was like, well, magical girl transformations, they typically like zoom in on the female form as they're getting naked, you know, and they kind of focus in on it. And now she's clearly like, yeah, they sort of kind of do that with Sailor Moon too, but it doesn't count, okay?
My thing is she's using Utena as an example, and I don't think she shows it. So the first transformation of the show just transforms Utena into like just adding like a garment here or two. In the second half of the series, Anthe like just disappears from her clothes and then reappears in an elevator stark naked and then transforms into her usual Rose Bride gear. What is she on about? Like, it's not like super, it's not like framed as sexual, but she's also just stark naked up the elevator.
Well, and chat mentioned it when she was talking about Madoka Magica. She was showing a clip of Mami, and Mami has like the most reserved magical girl transformation in the history of the entire genre.
Yep.
She is always like because she wears like such a, other than her skirt, it's actually a very covering outfit all around, and it's kind of a loose outfit too. So it's not like the usual skin tight leotard that a lot of magical girls wear. Yes. It's just that Mami has boobs, which a lot of magical girls don't. At least not of that size.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was me. That was me in middle school.
It focuses more on her nails getting painted and then immediately putting gloves on. But we know her nails are painted, and that is awesome. When my nails are painted, which they're not right now, I feel so good about myself. Utena critiques the early B-Shoujo and Moe magical girls by going against gender norms and deconstructing the genre through the acceptance of adulthood and the power of queer love.
She said so much nothing. She just said so much nothing with that sentence. She just said so much nothing, because again, like you said, do you even think she watched it? I really do not think she watched it, because there's like just so much that she just missed. Because it wasn't, again, the whole message of Utena is that gender roles suck, be yourself. That's it.
Yeah. I guess I do have to...
Is it bad during the short time we've been watching this? Just listening to her voice and listening to her various incorrect opinions, I now have a migraine.
No, because she reminds me of a different YouTuber, but we're not going to get into that.
Oh, is it somebody fun to watch?
You ever heard of Daft Tina?
Oh, you know, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
This dichotomy of some series being for the otaku gaze, some being empowering for women, and a few deconstructing the genre stayed the relative norm. That is until Madoka Magica came out. Madoka Magica is a long-lasting fan favorite series, and it has left a noticeable...
Is this where the joke I saw on Twitter came from? Where it's just like a picture of Sailor Moon and a picture of Madoka Magica, and there's just a big line between them that says no other anime ever?
Yes. Like Princess Tutu like came out, and that one's actually not is like literally comparable to Utena, and she just no.
I have to point out, like, Madoka Magica came out almost, it was pushing almost 20 years after the release of Sailor Moon, the first episode of Sailor Moon. That's a long fucking time.
Like Princess Tutu like came out. Keep in mind, Princess Tutu came out like 2002.
Yeah. Also, it's like off topic, but I love the still of Cube. Yes.
I love it of Madoka. Look at her face.
Yeah, her slightly caved in face. It looks like two different faces. Just like just use your hand to cover one side and then the other. It looks like two different faces.
No, for real. My thing is, out of all the things we've talked about so far, she has not brought up Cardcaptor Sakura.
I don't think she will.
No, she won't. I doubt it.
I think we're going to spend the rest of the video talking about Madoka Magica.
Probably.
Oh, no.
No, if she's gonna talk about Seinen Magical Girl, she better bring up Magical Girl Sight and Magical Girl Apocalypse.
Oh my gosh. Again, I've said this to like someone else too. If you like, I don't care if you like Magical Girl Apocalypse and Sight, the first chapter was like the only interesting thing, and I had to like watch someone else like read chapter to chapter. That series is like so bad, and clearly so bad that the author just gave up and just decided to do a time travel plot by the end. I'm not joking about that, by the way. Like you
yeah,
read that
they both
just
fucking
because.
suck.
As she brought up
You read-
Precure, we have talked about 4 magical girl shows: is Creamy Mami, Utena, Sailor Moon, and Madoka Magica. I don't think she's mentioned anything else to any like decent degree.
No.
Seemingly everlasting change on the magical girl genre. Madoka Magica changed the game.
By the way, I think Madoka Magica is where I can pinpoint my love of
Lasting change on
this
the
kind
magical
of
girl
weird
genre.
art style,
Madoka
the mixed
can, like-
media art style.
I can actually
Mhm.
recommend you the artist because I've actually been doing research on like I've like talked about this with like other people. I've been like cataloging and doing research on the people who did the witch theaters and everything, Gekidan Inu Kari, because obviously they weren't just limited to like Studio Shaft and stuff, and they've like done a ton of other stuff.
I love the witch theaters so much.
What is it?
It's
We
so
recently-
fucking creative.
Oh, what is it? What is it? They split, but like we found the social medias of the one who is clearly the bigger, like who had a hand in the witch theaters and stuff, and I can like send you a link to her like Tumblr.
Yes.
Yes.
Magica
Yes.
changed the game. It opened the door for Magical Girl series to explore darker aesthetics and grittier themes. It's applauded for being a deconstruction of the Magical Girl genre through its critique and subversion of the typical beats the genre follows. Most importantly, the first 2 episodes start off as a typical Magical Girl anime, but the 3rd episode ends with the main character dying by decapitation.
That traumatized me, by the way, when I first saw it.
What is
Yeah.
it?
Man.
That's actually a funny story. I never found out about the twist of Madoka for like over, I want to say like 10 years.
Oh, same. Honestly, same. It's like I didn't watch Madoka until my kid seen the movie poster on Crunchyroll, and she was like, "Hey, can we watch this?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then we just watched it for the first time together, and she loves it. Then we instantaneously watched the second movie, and now we're waiting for the new one. She is upset it keeps getting the release date delayed. I told her that we will go opening night.
Nice.
So I do have to, I guess, kind of throw this out there. At least my opinion on this, right? I think that this particular idea she's saying of Madoka was like where you were first allowed to have these darker themes specifically comes from a very American perspective of anime. 'Cause-
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think back to like when I first watched Naruto on Toonami, right? I thought Naruto was one of the most hardcore cartoons that was on TV at the time because of the scene early on where he stabs himself in the hand and he's bleeding everywhere. Because on like
Yeah.
American cartoons, you didn't get that. Like that wasn't we didn't really show that on TV at the time. Everything was a lot more sanitary than that. So
you
for
know,
like
I could just imagine just little Mizu seeing that scene and just being like, "Whoa, that's so cool."
yeah, like I think some people in chat will get what I mean. Like it's not that Naruto itself was like a particularly hardcore anime, but for like a kid who only
Yeah.
watched what showed up on like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, that was kind of hardcore to see on Toonami. Like, oh my god, like this cartoon character is actually like got a knife through him and he's bleeding everywhere. Like that's not something you see. And I think
I remember seeing Naruto, the last movie, back when like Disney had the rights and stuff to like ship it in. And I remember like seeing that one scene where the villain had something crawl up his hand. And that, to me, literally coming off of like, I don't know, SpongeBob or Dragon Ball at the time, that's like something you don't see often in American TV and could really startle someone as a kid. So I like totally get what you mean.
yeah.
But it's like I think people also forget that Sailor Moon can get kind of fucked up. You know, everyone just
Yeah.
kind of fucking dies at one point.
What is it? There's like the whole thing with like the near essay scene as well.
Yeah.
Like there's stuff in the original Sailor Moon, the like 90s series. Like it's like really good. That's one of the reasons actually why a lot of people don't like the newer like remake that follows the manga, because even the author was like, you know what, maybe I should have like taken some cues from the anime because some of these scenes are better.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's kind of what I think with Madoka Magica though, is you see Madoka Magica as the first kind of magical girl series to have these darker themes. because we didn't have like a bunch of it in America or
Not
in
only
Europe
that-
or other countries. Like Madoka Magica, other than Sailor Moon, was kind of the only other one we had.
What is it? Not only that, but like it wasn't even really a shock in Japan-ish, kind of, for those who were following like the development, because they had to hide the fact that Gen Urobuchi was even a part of the the direction of it, because if you know who Gen Urobuchi is, he made Saya no Uta, and they had to hide that all the way up until like the show's release, because Japanese fans are like, oh, this is gonna be a dark, twisted thing, and he's like, no guys, no, it's okay, I wanted to work on something wholesome this time.
Yeah.
I want to work on something wholesome this time, says the liar.
And it's like when you go to like, because I think there's this one anime, I think it was 9 or 6, I don't remember what it was called. There were other shows like Madoka that came out like even earlier than Madoka. They just didn't get any traction.
Yeah.
That's just usually how it goes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though, is I feel like this is just a very American perspective on it. It's like if you watched like every other Magical Girl series from Japan before Madoka Magica, I think Madoka Magica would be a lot more like, oh yeah, this is kind of par for the course kind of deal.
Yeah.
Maybe not like completely par for the course, but not as huge of a shift as you think it is.
Yeah.
The surprise twist of brutal, unforgiving violence is what the series is most known for. And it's also a seinen. So, yeah. Catered
Not a
towards men,
seinen.
not women. Because
Like it's technically
seinen.
seinen. It's like technically not seinen, but like seinen. But like even still, it's like the way she's saying it. It's like there's nothing wrong with seinen. Seinen like tackle. You're not gonna get like a seinen storyline in a josei or a shonen or a shoujo. And even if you get those things, it's not gonna be that way because that's just not what the magazines want and all that type of stuff. Like you don't have to be upset about that. Like we wouldn't get stuff like Land of the Lustrous if it was like a josei or a shonen or a seinen. I don't know why she's trying to treat it like that.
It's like hearing her talk about this gives me the exact same feelings as listening to some retard trying to explain the story of Berserk. And it's painful.
Thank you for the 2 Wolfsbane. Hey guys, what you watching? Oh, it's this bee. Let's be nice. Also,
We'll
I
be
will
nice.
say, while I understand like why we use terms like, you know, shoujo, seinen, josei, and all that, and it is helpful at like a base level, I do feel like a lot of people, particularly like this person, get a little too attached to those like genre terms, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it might technically be a seinen, but put Madoka Magica next to like literally other seinen that released that year and tell me that it looks the same. Or that it has like even remotely similar like concepts and themes to everything else that released that year. It kind of transcends that genre a little bit to where it's more in the middle. Like you're really getting hung up on we have to put it in this category and it has to stay there. And it doesn't even matter. You can like seinen.
My thing with it is the fact that like, okay, so like how I treat seinen, josei, shoujo, and like all that type of stuff is not really by its genre, but how it is able to tell its like story, and that's what she's like not getting. The reason why some people, because like if you notice, there's been like a lot more like girl-centric series coming out of more like seinen things, and that's because you cannot tell those types of story beats with like shonen, shoujo like restrictions and stuff like that, because there are certain restrictions. If you don't have a battle scene and stuff like that in shonen, the readers are gonna like drop you and leave, because that's what they want from that specific magazine. That's what they want just for any like series that comes out of those types of magazines, because they expect that. And it's like the same thing with like all the others, and it's like, she just doesn't get it.
Oh yeah, no, she just.
And it shows that she's a tourist. I'm sorry. I'm like.
Oh, you're good.
And don't like violence, not at all. Not like there's a bunch of women who love the MCU and stuff. Anyways, Madoka Magica takes advantage of.
Hold on.
She just compared Madoka Magica to the MCU. Good luck with that one.
Okay, first off, as someone who watched Iron Man 2010 and then watched Endgame like a later in the month, they are not even like remotely the same.
Oh, that's so fucking funny,
Oh my
bro.
fucking god. You know, women like violence like anything in the MCU. Dude. Shut up.
Oh my God.
I'm
way.
going to hurt myself. I swear if I have to hear another retarded take. How many minutes do we have left?
7-ish.
I will write up my will now.
Characters' round faces
just kidding.
portray them as cute, young, and innocent. Their character design is meant to draw out affectionate feelings for male viewers, and the dark, gritty, battle action themes reference similar themes seen in popular seinen series. The success and impact the series have had has caused so many magical girl series to be made for men. Following series like Magical Girl Raising Project from 2016 and Wonder Egg Priority from 2021 draw inspiration from Madoka Magica with similar character designs and the surprise of brutal violence. Honestly, today, if there is a new Magical Girl series that is not
I like how she kind of arbitrarily declares these series as for men because the characters are attractive and because there's violence. First off, I've already mentioned the attractiveness thing. I don't know where you get off thinking that women don't want the women in their media to be attractive, but you're kind of an idiot for thinking that. And on the brutal violence thing, you literally just said, oh, well, women like violence too, just think of the MCU. You think they don't know that when they were making it?
Not only that, but Wonder Egg Priority is a coming-of-age story, not a magical girl series, but I don't know.
Yeah, and also Wonder Egg Priority kind of started sucking towards the end of it.
Yeah, they really they actually were able to, like, at least somewhat stick a landing, and then they dropped that final episode, which... That's the only reason why she's saying that, because pretty much everyone turned on that show after that final episode, being like, "Oh well, she ended herself because she wanted her teacher to like him, and so she did it on purpose." And I'm like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah. Mizu, how long until she decides to make a video on deconstructing or criticizing lolly show content?
If she does that, I'm going.
I feel like that's going to be number 2. That's the second video.
Wasn't there like, isn't that like that one, like a different creator? No, there was like this one YouTuber that did this with like moe, with like analyzing like the moe medium, like actual like moe content from like the 2000s, and I'm like, oh, I know exactly how this is going to end from the thumbnail alone. And she was like, we're trying to reclaim these girls. And it's like, there is no reclaiming. They're from porn games. It's okay that they're from porn games. Like, I figured this out when I was 12.
I see people do that with Popotan all the time.
That sounds like something Addie would have made for a video or a short on fucking TikTok.
It's not Addie. It was a different one. It was a different YouTuber that did it. And it's like, again, like I had to overcome stuff like that when I was like 12, 15, because I thought that same thing too. But as I got older, I was like, nah, they're just from porn games. And I just like the art style because if we didn't get the porn games, we wouldn't have this art style.
Dude, it's funny that people like Addie is like, oh, you know, we have to get these cute girl figures to reclaim them from the gooners that want to get them from their porn games. It's like, girl, you just say you like the porn.
Popotan the anime was actually good, though. I thought Popotan the anime was great. I think it's a fantastic story about learning to cope with loss and moving on with your life. And then everybody sees it and they're like, oh, they were naked for like 2 seconds in episode 22, so it's terrible gooner shit now.
I've seen this one in passing.
Which one?
Well, hey, Kendra, I think when this girl drops her second video or whenever she does a video on lolly show content, all three of us should get together and then just see if we can repeat history like with the Lolly God Requiem video.
Gosh.
I will have to bring Kendra in for more of the anime react videos.
Oh, yeah.
Explicitly
Listen,
shoujo
I was that
or
researcher. I was that researcher as a kid. I dove deep.
sequel to a past series. I am expecting the surprise twist of like brutal violence. Like it's not surprising anymore because everything does it. I would honestly be surprised if it was normal. I would be more surprised if it was normal. Wow, new Magical Girl series aimed at girls and women.
No, it would be
Hey, look, there's Cardcaptor Sakura.
Can I be
Yeah.
real with you? You know how she would be able to understand? You know how she would be able to recognize these series? Analyze the art style. Because art style, while it is not a super indicator, you can tell like little details here and there, like who it's for. But apparently, she doesn't do basic research on she doesn't do basic Google researches, so I can't really even expect her to analyze that. Never mind, I'm so sorry.
I think what's really funny is because she says, first off, it's Crunchyroll. You're cringe for using Crunchyroll. As Crunchyroll only recognizes 7 shoujo magical girl series. Okay, honey, you need to know what the word series means because Cardcaptor Sakura is on here 4 times.
And also, it's like there's only that many on Crunchyroll because the Netflix basically has a chokehold on Precure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, Netflix still has a chokehold on Precure? I know. I thought they were able to
Well, I mean, here it is on Crunchyroll.
Well, that's a one thing of Precure.
Fair.
They have 4 of the movies and the other 5 series. I know there was a Netflix original Precure as well.
Lumi, you got it wrong. It's Glitter Force.
What? Shut up. Shut the fuck up, Kendra. Precure is Glitter Force. Fuck you. Glitter Force is a retarded fucking name.
Brother, who do you think would listen? I wouldn't know that joke if I didn't know.
I know you know, but fuck you for reminding me.
I think this is actually really funny that Crunchyroll only recognizes 7 magical girl series. Didn't Crunchyroll produce their own magical girl series?
Yeah, no, they freaking hate magical girl series. They mostly, what is it? This is the same company that got so petty when Netflix was able to double license between them with Dandadan that they just didn't advertise Dandadan, and you expect them to actually treat other genres outside of shonen and seinen with respect?
Yeah. I think it's funny they produce their own magical girl series and it's not even on their list.
What is it? It's what is it?
High Guardian Spice.
Oh yeah.
That's so funny. They don't even put it in their own list.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just took it off the platform entirely.
Fair.
Are continuing to be put out. The popular and most accessible.
Oh yeah, there you go. 4 of which are from the same series. Then don't say series. 7 magical girl series, 4 of which are from the same series. It's like, why are you so dumb? Why are you so dumb?
In terms of viewing ability and merchandise availability in the West, are magical girls made for the otaku?
You can't point at Gushing over magical girls.
Gushing. This is one of the things I also called out about this video. It treats absurdity. Okay, so there's from my research when I was looking into magical girls, how I specifically got into magical girls is, how should I put it? So there's the normal magical girl genre that everybody gets into. Idol magical girls, which is kind of basically closely related to just getting into regular magical girls. Subversive and deconstruction magical girls, so you're already getting into the deep stuff. And then the parody magical girl. Parody magical girls are stuff like Punye-chan, Magical Witch Dokoro-chan, and stuff like Gushing over magical girls, and some bits of Cutie Honey, because some of the absurdism also comes from Cutie Honey too. And it's just treating absurdist magical girls as if they're a plague because they parody stuff for the male gaze, and I'm just I'm gonna lose my mind. This disrespect to because no one gives parody magical girls actual the time of day, because they're the ugly stepsister that you have to be accidentally getting into the niche to even find them. And it's oh my gosh.
She shouldn't be Smirch Peak that is gushing over magical girls. And also, I want that Utena figurine that looks fucking adorable.
She's so cute. I love her little star pads. Can I be real with you? Unironically.
I love her so much.
Her star pasties?
Yes.
Her star pasties are
they're
great.
So freaking cute.
Yeah, cute's the exact word I would use to describe them too.
I don't know. For me, I think stuff like this is like ultra like cute. Like people would be like, it's sexualized. I'm like, nope, it's cute. This is adorable. Do it again. I like it.
It's like she is adorable up until she starts just degrading the blue magical girl. I keep forgetting her name.
Oh yeah.
But she wants the fight, and then she just fucking mind breaks her, and then she's disgusted, and she's like, get out of my fucking sight.
Yeah.
I do have to say though, like, she's absolutely cheating trying to use Gushing over Magical Girls for this. Because Gushing over Magical Girls is like an extreme outlier.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's literally the whole thing with that's what I mean with like parody magical girls. There's parody magical girls, and like Gushing over Magical Girls is a parody magical girl. Like stuff like it falls in line with stuff like Punye-chan. Like Punye-chan is like ultra violence, and Dokoro-chan is basically ultra gore. This is like hypersexualization, and we need stuff like this because that's what keeps the genre fresh and funny, and like it makes people like appreciate the genre and all the tropes and stuff intact. But people see stuff like this and be like, ew, male gaze, and it's like, you are not understanding. Like, you can not like it, you're allowed to not like it, but if you disrespect it, I'm gonna side-eye you, because again, without stuff like this, we wouldn't get future stuff.
Chat wants to know if you would consider Prisma Ilia a parody series.
Yes.
Fair enough.
It's a parody series that's
girls
like, here's the thing that some people need to know. Like, you can make a parody series, but as long as you respect the genre, people will like you. Like a good example is like High Guardian Spice. That's not really a parody. That one just really sucked.
Like High Guardian Spice. I mean, it's not really a parody, it just sucks, but you know. Potato.
Like, it parodies some stuff. I mean, it parodied it in a really sucky way, but it parodied it.
Availability. In the West are magical girls made for the otaku. Madoka Magica popularized contemporary magical girl series that are aimed at men rather.
Like how she clarifies, only one item here is shoujo. 5 items here are specifically the same series, Gushing over Magical Girl.
I just like the fact that she has Magical Girl Dandelion here, and she's just not talking about it. So Magical Girl Dandelion is one of the new things, and I follow the author. He like is really cool and like really likes his English fans because, get this, they like his stuff for respecting the genre. And it's, again, and even then, Maggie Lumiere is also a Magical Girl series. It's just in the shonen. It's just shonen.
Yeah.
Woman. Despite the male-centered outcome of Madoka Magica's success, it's a beloved series that deserves its praise. The series' popularity illustrates that magical girls do not have to stay in the box of femininity with pink aesthetics and a more subdued violence. Audiences also like to see magical girls in brutal, action-packed situations. It's awesome to see a girl in a pretty dress in a guts and blood-filled action scene. It's awesome.
Sounds like you, Lumi.
Shut up.
To be fair, that part does sound like you.
Yeah, and
Oh gosh. Well, yeah, but Lumi actually watches anime.
Cannot deny that. Madoka Magica also has queer undertones, which ironically rejects the otaku gaze that the character designs elicit. Madoka's queerness allows the series to reach past the otaku audience and represent viewers who are part of a non-dominant marginalized.
What do you think the male gaze is? I am genuinely like baffled right now as to what you think this is, because a sexy woman is male gaze, but a sexy woman with like accessories is not male gaze, and a sexy woman having sex with another sexy woman is extra not male gaze. Like, I don't,
except when it is male gaze.
yeah, I don't, what are you talking about? I don't understand.
You just don't understand her vision, Mizu.
I don't get it. And yes, I'm just gonna say male gaze, because she has clarified that in her video, the otaku gaze is the advanced form of male gaze. For whatever that's fucking worth. I don't get it. I don't know where she's going with this. it's not the male gaze that the two lollies are naked and hugging each other because they're both women, so...
No, you see, Mizu, lolly equals male gaze. That's what it's translated to.
It's so confusing.
I mean, hey, that just means that Shota is the female gaze, which is just keep putting them in those shorts. I'll be just fine.
Nice group. I don't believe the creators of Madoka Magica intended to create a ripple effect of male and otaku-centered magical girl series. Madoka Magica itself is pioneering in its feminist themes and representation,
Okay, question,
despite
did
its
she-
seinen.
Can you pause? Did she ever mention that Madoka was made by a guy?
No.
Nope.
I don't. Yeah, again, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Cause okay, so the thing with Madoka
She mentioned Utena was
like,
made by a guy, and she said that with like a bunch of scorn as well.
yeah.
But she...
Janet Uraboshi is like a guy. He's literally famous for making horror series. And the artist of Madoka, what is it? The artist of Madoka, I'm pretty sure is a woman. But so I guess she thinks that because the artist is a woman, that it's not female.
Well, I'm
It's
wondering
not
where
male.
she got some of her information from, right? Because when she was talking about, I can't remember which one it was. I think it might have been Cutie Honey. When she was mentioning it, she's like, well, the guy that owns the company that produced it was a male. And it's like, what does that have to do with anything? Who made, who wrote it? Who drew for it? Like, any of those people. Why is it the guy that made the company that produces it? Like, that's such a bizarre choice of person to latch on to.
Yeah, like most of the directors of Madoka are like guys. What is it? I know the artist of Madoka is a woman because she had a different series that got an anime adaptation and then she was selected as the artist for Madoka. Is she going by because the artist was woman, that means non-male gaze?
She's like latching on to the weirdest specific people from these productions. I think the only one that she actually said the specific author was Creamy Mami at the start. Everything else has been like a random person in the production cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the author is Ume Aoki. And she did, what is it? Hitamari sketch.
Also, thank you, Wolfsbane, for 5. It's the straight to jail skit. Lolly, male gaze. Busty, male gaze. Moe, male gaze. Tsundere, male gaze. Romance, male gaze. Action, male gaze, etc. It always reminds me when people say, like, having sexy men and things is also male gaze because it's male empowerment.
What?
Have you not heard that one?
No.
That's their justification for, like, scenes where, like, in comics you have, like, Superman or Batman, like, mostly naked in
yeah.
a shower. And they're like, actually, this is also the male gaze because it's an idealized form of the male body that males aspire to be.
Okay, I've heard I have heard of I guess that argument, but never heard of it as the male gaze. I just heard
That isn't the male gaze. That's for the male gaze.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Who you're talking about. I've been having silent beef with that guy for years.
Demographic.
I cannot
Animation
stand his
studios,
face.
unfortunately, jumped on the series' success with only profit in mind and not any intention of art for art's sake.
That's all studios. I'm sorry to tell you this, honey, but even Japanese studios are very profit-minded. That's not just an American capitalist invention. That's everywhere in the world.
This is someone who's
Hate to burst your bubble.
This is clearly from someone who's never touched. Granted, that's literally the majority of the internet. None of these people have ever touched anything business related, nor got a business degree. Yet they think they know most of what the business world is like until they actually meet a real business person.
Yeah, like I don't think she understands that most things that get turned into anime were already successful manga or light novels. And the only time it's something totally brand new is when it's from like a seasoned director.
Yeah.
Which is how things kind of work in the real world. Well, no, because in America, a lot of times you have to pitch the ideas to companies. They don't normally pick up indie projects, which is weird, right? You'd think they'd try.
Yeah. They used to do that. Like, Utena was not a manga. I think Utena kind of had a manga, and then, like, the director of that, because that's the thing she's not mentioning also, is the fact that, like, back then, they were able to get away with just changing the source material because who's gonna stop them? It's only nowadays have they been adhering to the manga as strictly as possible. But that's, like, how we got stuff like Utena and how she's trying to claim its empowerment, even though she's getting, like, the entire message of that show wrong. It's like, again, like you said, like Gen Urobuchi has like famous for writing horror. He literally wrote Saya no Uta. Like, we wouldn't be getting that stuff if he didn't have the backing that he did.
Yeah. It wasn't just like, oh, they approved Madoka Magica for creativity's sake. No, it's because of the guy that approached them with it. And that's not saying that he didn't have a really good fucking idea. He clearly had a really good fucking idea. But the reality is, if that was just some random dude off the street, he would have been turned away. They wouldn't have even looked at it.
So, what does this mean for the future of the magical girl genre? And has it been lost to the male gaze?
Just so we're clear, I remember I made the joke a minute ago, Sailor Moon to Madoka Magica in between no other anime?
Yeah.
Honey,
Yeah.
Madoka Magica came out in 2010, 2011. It's 2025.
Yeah.
Why?
That's literally the only magical girl anime out there that exists to this woman is just fucking
Sailor Moon, Madoka Magica,
Sailor Moon.
no other anime?
no Madoka Magica and Gushing over Magical Girls.
Because Gushing over
That's
Magical
it.
Girls is bad.
Yep.
She's acting like Magical Girl stuff is over. And it's funny because Madoka Magica it's genuinely so old at this point.
Not only that, but she's actually paying attention to the scene because, you know, for some reason these people never pay attention to the scene. Magical girls are making a comeback. Really,
Yeah.
shoujo, anything is making a comeback nowadays. It's just that we had a period where like male-centric stuff like dominated. Now we're shifting back because people want more female-dominated series. That's why we got stuff like Free Rent, even though that's not like not a shoujo. It's why we're getting a Hanakimi adaptation, despite that thing should have having an adaptation years ago. It's why we're getting all these adaptations now.
It's why
But
we
these
got
people
Redo of
would like-
Healer.
Redo of Healer had so much potential, but was squandered so easily. Could have been so much better. You want to know what we need to heal animation?
It's like
We need another Rant OVA. It's been a while. We need a new one.
They did
It's
add
like,
a new Shoujo Ramune OVA a couple,
Oh, neat.
couple months ago. So the lolly show's eating good.
That's like my thing I like hate about like modern shoujo fans. They're so busy complaining about like why aren't we getting enough shoujo? Why are we not getting what we want? Blah 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 blah. And then when it comes, nobody freaking watches it. This is why we have the issues we do with shoujo. Just watch the series. Like it's coming out right now.
Young for 5. I already have a deal with this with Nikkei saying it's about feminism thanks to a Moon Man video. I don't know. I have heard some people try and say Nikkei is a feminist or a feminist Yuri series, and I'm like, what the fuck are you on about?
Okay, first off, I don't even play Nikkei, and literally my first thought when I got Nikkei ads was she's cute. I like the way they drew her boobs. That's it. That's literally it.
And somebody else mentioned it. There's been a lot of recent anime and manga getting popular about the villainess trope.
Yes, that is the Otome Isekai trope. I was there when it started.
Yeah,
It's good. It's good. Now it's oversaturated now in the manhwa because it went from manga and then the manhwa scene kind of took it up in China, converting it into the getting transported into a novel type thing, which is where we got stuff like
It's
Who Made
isekai
Me a
now.
Princess. Yeah, it's
your
like
villainess series is now an isekai.
Yeah. And then
Man, it's like one series that I wish we would have gotten more of. Granted, I know this is away from the topic of magical girls, but it's peak anyway. Princess Jellyfish. I want more Princess Jellyfish.
Brother, I've been begging for more Princess Jellyfish ever since I found out. It's one of the reasons why I kind of can't finish the anime, because not only is the dub pretty solid, because it has my favorite English dub actress in there because she can actually act, but like, man,
the animation is so good for that show. Oh, it makes me so happy. But we won't get any more of it, just like Goron.
Oh, you know why we won't get any more of it, Lumi? Because unlike shonen fans, magical girl media doesn't read. The shoujo magical girl fan base doesn't read, and if they are reading, it's because they're in Japan and and they're all more focused on fujoshi. I'm sorry, I gotta call you out like that, Lumi. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Also, I
will take it.
I have to share this with y'all, and I have to share it with chat. I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but somebody's made a tier list based on all of the story elements we've gotten Nikkei, on what Nikkeis have and haven't had sex with the commander. So basically, by the way, everybody like up in this tier has some story element that confirms they have slept with the commander already.
Nice.
Then you have like the next tier here that have loved the commander, or they have confessed their love to the commander. You have loved and not confessed. You have affectionate and likely in love. You have the people that just have a heavy crush on him, show signs of affection, people that are just friends. I like how some people got their only tier, got a tier all to themselves, particularly Rapunzel and Isabel, because Rapunzel is a thirsty fucking hoe. Like, I don't know about Isabel. I haven't seen Isabel stories, but fucking Rapunzel is thirsty. Which I think is the only reason she hasn't gotten laid. List is heavily outdated. I know it is. I just wanted to show people, like, because people try to talk about Nikkei being like a Yuri series. Like, no, Nikkei is canonically a harem game. Like, absolute harem.
Magical Girl started as a source of empowerment for young girls and is now a source of pleasure and fetishization for the otaku audience. With the success of Magical Girl series catered towards men, the genre is...
She really does not like Cutie Honey.
No,
I'm gonna have beef with her because here's the thing. I have loved Cutie Honey because what is it? So, like I said, the thing with Cutie Honey is every iteration of Cutie Honey does not go off the manga because all of it goes from the 70 series. And I know what point she's gonna get into now, so I'll save it. But I have so much beef with anybody with Honey because Honey was literally one of the very few first animes I've ever got into and was like, she's my wife here. There you go. Because she's so fucking adorable.
Hold on a second. So this says both Minky Momo and Creamy Mami originally targeted children, recording a decent outcome in business and eventually leading to the revival of the genre. Because the plots are directly built on genre cliches, however, the jokes and sarcasm of many episodes appear comprehensible only to adult viewers equipped with knowledge of the Toei magical girls. Dude, Shrek did the exact same thing! So kids and adults can like it!
But you see, Shrek is 3D, and Shrek is an adult man, so it doesn't count. And I can't project onto this kid show. Because you know it's because they're just projecting on this kid show.
Now
Shrek has
founded on
layers.
the expectation that the adult viewer has acquired a diachronic fan perspective to fetishize both the characters and the text meaning.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say you don't know what any of that even means. I don't know what that means. Diachronic, concerned with the way in which something, especially language, has developed and evolved through time.
Okay,
that doesn't fit.
So I guess,
what does that mean?
I guess the study that she's reading from, because this looks like the same paper, just a different.
No, it's a different paper.
Magic, shoujo, and metamorphosis, magical girl anime, and the challenges of changing gender identities in Japanese society.
I have no idea how the word diachronic fits into this, unless like this dictionary definition is incorrect in some way.
I don't know.
I just whatever.
I just can't stand this entire thing because she just doesn't know what she's talking about.
It's
Metamorphosis
expected for the
mentioned.
talk.
Metamorphosis was more empowering than this. At least the author was trying to say something with that. He's like,
Okay,
yeah,
come
no,
on,
I saw girls like that.
I want her to make a video talking about and deconstructing metamorphosis. And
Wait,
that'll give her some points.
Metamorphosis was just to make misery porn.
It's like misery porn, but at least the author was like, yeah, no, I based this off of like girls I actually saw when I used to like live in the States.
All I remember was that he released another panel for it that retconned the entire thing as a jav. And in the retcon, he basically said that he and his friends got together and basically came up with ideas from misery porn because they wanted to make the most depressing shit they could think of.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Which, speaking of that depressive shit, I still need to get the hardcover version of Metamorphosis.
There's a hardcover? I thought it was just softcover still.
No, on the Faku website, last year, they released a hardcover version of Metamorphosis.
I did an interview with Trash Taste, confirmed.
What is it? The guy didn't interview. Yeah, no, he like said, I saw like girls go through that type of stuff. He couldn't include all he wanted. Like, he wanted to include, like, needles and drugs, but obviously, you know, Japan is sensitive about that, so they're like, nope, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Otaku viewer to gain sexual pleasure from magical girls. Contemporary magical girl series use pre-existing knowledge viewers have on the genre to create new, titillating experiences.
Look, you need to understand, there's a difference between a character being sexy and a character being intended for sexual pleasure. Like, yes, the character Cutie Honey is sexy. No, the average, like, dude is not, like, fapping to just, like, an episode of Cutie Honey. You need to understand there is a difference. And I don't know why she doesn't know.
So, you know, Madoka Magica used pre-existing knowledge of the magical girl genre to do that surprise brutal twist of Mami dying in the 3rd episode. However, despite magical girl series often catering towards otaku gaze,
I would also say, and I hate to nitpick it here, I don't think Mami dying has anything to do with magical girls at all. It's just the cute girl died pretty, like, brutally.
Yeah. Like,
that's
right
not like a
after having
subversion of anything. It's just like, it's shocking. It wouldn't have mattered what series it was in. I think that would have shocked people no matter what, with the way the build-up was.
It's like, honestly, I think the most subversive thing was probably Sayaka turning into a witch.
Yeah.
the grown-up feminine audience make their own positive representation out of the objectification. The female spectator enters in the polyamics of negotiation.
Look at this sentence.
What the fuck?
There are so many big words on screen. I don't even think the person who wrote this understood what they were looking at.
Exploiting textual contradiction to put into circulation readings that draw the text into female and/or feminist orbit. Adult women viewers make their own positive representation and/or enjoyment out of shonen, insane, and magical girl series. There's endless fan art of Madoka and Homura in a relationship. Woman cosplays Cutie Honey. There's online forums of women viewers praising male-targeted series, and so much more. And yeah, I don't like how often Cutie Honey's clothes are ripped off during battle. And the camera angles are clearly meant for the male gaze. But at the same time, it is so awesome to see a woman so confident in her body and herself at being exposed to.
Can you pause this, Mizu? So I hate this because hate this specific critique anytime she brings up Cutie Honey is because if you know Cutie Honey, again, everything is derived from the 70s series. There is a series that fixes all her issues. It's called Cutie Honey Flash. It came out right after Sailor Moon's success, and she just doesn't bring it up. And then she's also showing Cutie Honey, where Cutie Honey is literally about honey as an adult. And literally is supposed to be a celebration of Cutie Honey's history. And it's literally made by Gainax or Studio Trigger, whichever one at the time was still alive.
Yeah. I like the nipples on the armor. That's funny.
Oh yeah, no, like literally the Cutie Honey, Cutie Honey specifically, because I grew up loving Cutie Honey. It's supposed to like celebrate how absurd the designs of Cutie Honey are, because a lot of her villains are supposed to be like gaudy, like adult women, like stuff like what is it? You know, like Queen Beryl from Sailor Moon. She's inspired by Sister Jill of Cutie Honey. Like a lot of those things that like Sailor Moon like has aspects of come from Cutie Honey, and she's just dismissing Cutie Honey because well, Cutie Honey gets naked, therefore male gaze, therefore trash series.
Yeah, I also have to point it out because chat mentioned it again. Yeah, we kind of let her just skim over it, but when she's talking about the Madoka Magica fan art, she includes Madoka and her friend in like lewd artwork as not male gaze because it's two women together. She genuinely thinks if there are two naked women in an art piece, it is not male gaze. I'm like, what
the lolly area is only for the girls. Men cannot look. Avert your eyes.
Like I'm confused. Like it's breaking my brain. It's making me forget shit. Because like men watch lesbian shit. I don't know who told you we didn't. Like I don't know where you have picked this information up. You were in for a deeply rude awakening one day.
Me.
Like
yeah, Kendra will be her rude awakening.
It's like how yaoi is mostly indulged in by women. Like,
yeah,
a lot of Yuri is enjoyed by men. Just because men like watching two women kiss. You know what's better than having one dick in your porn? Having no dicks in your porn.
I mean, it's like, why do you think Black Butler is super, super popular with women? No, it's not just Sebastian. It's the shameless shipping by the author of CL and Sebastian.
Yes,
it's fantastic.
This woman confused the shit out of me.
Does not stop her from fighting crime, and yeah, it is so frustrating that more often than not, a new Magical Girl series is catered towards men. But I'm also glad that we're getting new Magical Girl content in general.
Yeah.
It's like, again, she's using Cutie Honey. Like, I understand if she was, like, talking about Cutie Honey Universe, which does follow the manga, and everybody collectively agrees is, like, the worst adaptation because it follows the manga, because the manga is, like, super abysmal. But, again, Cutie Honey is, like, not...
Also, we have to point out she is using Cutie Honey, but her thesis is that Madoka Magica ruined the Magical Girl. Which came out 6 or 7 years later. Like, she doesn't have her timeline right at all.
If anything, man, voice. Anyways, if anything, she should have done just like a timeline of Magical Girl shows.
Yeah.
And then compare what has changed throughout the years. That would have been nice, but I think somebody already did that, and probably much better than she'd ever do.
Not only that, Honey is like canonically a lesbian too. Like Cutie Honey. So
as we've discussed, that means she's immune to the male gaze.
So here's the thing. So Honey is like canonically a lesbian in the manga, but the 70s series and Flash and a couple other series until around Cutie Honey's release, like always like ignored that and made her like sought after by like a guy. It wasn't until like Cutie Honey and maybe I think the OVAs that they touch on that. And it's like, again, like I know you didn't watch it or research it because you would know that fact if you watched or researched it. But because it's not blatantly in your face and you didn't see it on a Reddit forum, it's a male gaze. Even Cutie Honey Universe like references this. Like she literally has a girlfriend and everything.
Thank you for the 5 CAD Beard Master. By that logic, does that mean a scene with 2 lightly dressed men is for the male gaze? I do not know this woman's logic, honestly. She is all over the place with what is and isn't. Well, actually no. To be fair, she's very consistent with what is and isn't male gaze, but there's no like internal consistency. It seems like she's just kind of like arbitrarily determined this counts, that doesn't, this counts, that doesn't. And then granted, she's sticking to it, so I guess kudos to that, but it doesn't make any sense.
General. If we weren't getting any at all, then that would mean there's very slim chances of actually empowering magical girl series to come out again, but we're still getting them. So I believe in the near future, there will be a new original magical girl series aimed towards women. And I'm talking like specifically anime. There are new magical girl series coming out that are targeted towards women, such as the manga Magical Girl Dandelion. The series is accessible to read in the West on the Viz app, but it's not getting the same amount of praise and promotion as other new shonen series. The cost of a subscription to Viz...
Because it's on the Viz app.
Not only it's because on the Viz app, I hate this every single time like shoujo is brought up. They're like, why doesn't it get as successful as shonen? Because you always just, every time I see you, you're always comparing it to why it, you know how shonen gets popular? Because people talk about it and people advertise it and people try and push it as much as possible. Instead, you're over here complaining, why isn't shoujo as popular? I'm just gonna keep complaining in my bubble about why shoujo isn't popular instead of advertising all the popular shoujo out there.
Well, and it's also, you have, like, I don't think a lot of girls understand this, because they'll be like, well, I buy a lot of figures of my favorite thing. It's very nice that you buy a lot of figures of your favorite thing, but look at your fellow girls that enjoy this thing with you. How many of them actually have figures or merchandise of the thing they like? Typically, it's a very low amount.
Man, it's like, it's funny. Even my kid and stuff, granted, I get them for her for like birthday, Christmas. She has figures of all of the girls from Madoka Magica, except for, what's her name?
The redhead?
Red hair one.
I called it!
I can't find her shit anywhere. I even found Bebe, but I can't find her.
Yeah, they don't treat the redhead right for some reason.
They don't.
She got shafted really hard. And in the original run of the series, like, she shows up like 2 episodes in and they still shafted her.
It's because like Kyoko's supposed to be like, because this is a thing that does like people do like call out. They like don't treat the tomboy character really well in like certain series.
They have to, because how else am I supposed to get tragic Yuri between her and Sayaka?
To be fair, all of Madoka's tragic Yuri.
Yes, it is.
Viz, a digital shoujo and josei manga library, is half as much as Shonen
Please
Jump.
pronounce it as josei. Why is she pronouncing it as josie?
Because it sounds like a name.
Retarded.
She keeps saying josie and not josei. Sorry, I'm like going on that.
While I'm not complaining about the cheaper price, this does show that the mainstream popular audience desires male-centered stories more than women-centered stories. And this is mostly...
I think she needs to understand that a lot of these have very, like... They have a lot of co-ed watching. Like, yes, a lot of these are listed specifically as for men. Like, they're typically listed as shonen. But they have very good co-ed audiences.
Yeah. You know, I honestly think she's shilling all of these platform apps just so she can try to go for like a sponsorship or a partnership with them so she can get them for free.
Awesome.
It's like, put your pirate hat on, stop shilling.
Yes, that is Dan. She's basically saying nothing she's scrolling through here is made for women. And yes, technically it's not made for women, but they aren't made for just men either. They're made for like the artist. They're like, this is something I wanted to make, and whoever likes it likes it.
Not only that, she's also not addressing the actual like problem. It's that when it comes to shoujo, a lot of shoujo is on is like on none of these like proper sites. There's like, what is it? There was like K manga that had a bunch of series. Each individual chapter is monetized.
Yeah.
Like you can't
Yep.
even like read for free and then like have to pay if you want to go back. Like literally you have to pay upfront. And then there's like a manga, like I highly recommend it. It's called Firefly Wedding. That's literally about a yandere and a noblewoman. And it's on a different platform that nobody's heard of. And the best way to read it is literally piracy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Likely
It's
because
inaccessibility, like the whole thing with why everybody fought for like shonen and all that stuff is because of how inaccessible it was and how like hard people had to fight to keep it up. So Crunchyroll catered to them by becoming Crunchyroll, even though it's awful.
Yeah.
I still just
But you
pirate
don't see
stuff.
that same fight for like and like you don't see that same fight for shoujo because shoujo fans don't fight; they just expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I think a lot of people also forget that a lot of popular shonen is just shonen slop. It's for the normies.
Yeah.
the otaku
It's like
audience
solo leveling is just absolute fucking mid. Attack on Titan, honestly, we're very overhyped for what it was.
Attack on Titan
Shield
fumbled
Hero?
after the first season, and I'll stick
I
by
can
that.
Yeah.
I can confirm for you
Shield
that-
Hero that died off for me at season 2 with the poor CGI. Jujutsu Kaisen, never bothered watching it because it's overhyped to me. So I will refuse to watch it out of sheer principle.
Fair. Dr. Stone has remained like pretty like well watched, but I think it has more of like a niche following than some of the
Yeah.
others.
brings in more revenue, so that's what the companies promote, and so that's
My Dress Up Darling, I would say that's more female series.
Also, Seventh
Apothecary
Prince,
Diaries
also-
too. Fuck off.
Seventh Prince is also very female oriented.
Yeah. I am
That's
kind of
cool.
feeling this middle one here is also female oriented just by the picture, but I've not seen it before. This
The time I
Cleavatess?
got reincarnated into a slime.
no, the one
That
beside it. Cleavatess?
No idea.
What is it?
The Water
if you-
Magician looks neat.
I gotta head out for the night, guys. I'm so sorry.
Bye, friend.
Oh, you hate us.
I'll probably just stick around and chat, but thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, we'll pull you in again sometime.
We'll have to be tormented together soon in the future.
Bye, guys. Bye, chat.
Bye.
Hi, Kendra.
Cleavat says about a single mother. Would you say it's definitely like woman centered then?
Yes, I will watch it.
Because yeah, like, and she's saying, "Where's the shoujo?" It's like, yeah, maybe these aren't technically shoujo, but I'm telling you, My Dress Up Darling was probably definitely intended for women specifically, even though it got more
Oh,
of
for sure.
a co-ed audience as well. Apothecary Diaries, 100% woman centered from everything I've seen.
Seventh Prince, 100% woman centered.
And then chat saying that Cleavatess is kind of women centered as well. So
what the mainstream audience is taught to like. You really have to go out of your
I also have no problem saying Water Magician probably is a little female centered because I mean, look at that fucking.
Just by the art style alone, yeah, I would say so.
way to find these series. A lot of people know about
Like how Naruto and Dragon Ball are at the very end. All the way at the back of the bus.
They had their chance. They had their time in the limelight. The Shota's gonna take over.
Jump app. A lot of people do not know about the Viz app. You have to go out of your way to find magical girl shows on streaming services like Crunchyroll. Women-based audiences have been known to critique and push back against seductive shoujo merchandise. When a figure for the popular shoujo series Fruits Basket was announced with a clear line of sight of the protagonist's skirt, why would you do that to my
No.
girl? Leave her alone.
What?
Girl,
Are we saying
Who
this
cares?
is?
I
Are we saying that this is too sexualized for you?
yep.
What?
Is it because if you turn her over, you could see her panties? Which honestly, I think, and I don't know if this is just to me, but this is how you know that they put good quality into the painting is if the panties are painted correctly and very neatly.
And push back against seductive shoujo merchandise.
Oh, the company that's making this figure said that they increased the length of the skirt because of fan backlash. You know for a fact they lost a lot of pre-orders after that.
Oh, for sure.
When a figure for the popular shoujo series Fruits Basket was announced with a clear line of sight of the protagonist's skirt. Why would you do that to my girl? Leave her alone. Oh my god. So yeah, when that was announced, fans were obviously very angry. That's not what the show is about at all. It's not an ecchi. There's no fan service in the show. It does not just interrupt the narrative with shots like that when you're reading or watching it. So why would they make a figure like that? And fans were so angry and openly objected that they got the company to redo the design. So why do I bring this up? Shoujo and Josie series don't attract otakus, and therefore that means they make less money and get less promotion. When they do try to promote to the otaku audience, like with that figure, for example, they failed. People were angry.
It says lying. What? I don't know enough about this specific issue to know how it ended up like that. But no, if this situation was true and they actually got like mass backlash, you wonder why companies don't want to like fucking cater to you, because you're never happy.
It's like every day. The fucking what's his name? I just seen him on my Twitter timeline. The Japanese game developer that refuses to talk to anyone in English and just blocks them.
Oh, that's the guy that made Bayonetta. Not
Hideki Kamiya.
Yeah, it's the Platinum Games guy.
He has been roasting people back to back all day today, and it has been fantastic. Calling Brazilians just bugs and roaches.
Yeah.
People fought back and they had to change it, or else they weren't going to make sales to begin with. But unfortunately, that means since we fight back against that, they just stop making things for us. I love capitalism. All of that, it causes magical girl series for women to tend to go unnoticed by the mainstream market. And it feels like the genre is slowly dying with less series and merchandise coming out. I would love to see women targeted.
Do you think less merchandise is coming out because whenever they release merchandise, you guys bitch and moan about it? Do you think that might affect the reason, or do you think it's capitalism?
Magical girl series to be as equally as popular as battle shonen like One Piece. Like, can we please have a magical girl series on the like front page of Crunchyroll rather than always being shonen and seinen? I would also love to see a new shoujo or josie series that goes back to the magical girl roots. Less violence, more friendship and romance. So I don't need like military brutal violence, blood and guts. No, I want something like Sailor Moon, but like that's not Sailor Moon. So yeah, I want a new shoujo or josie series that is new rather than another spin-off or sequel series of a previous magical girl series. I want something new. I want something original. Media in general is not really doing that right now, and people are tired of that. But I feel like magical girls specifically are just constantly getting either for men or just like a sequel or a spin-off of a previous franchise. I want a new franchise. Magical girls are a fun escape from reality that also simultaneously represent women experience that are based in reality. They deserve the same amount of love and praise as popular shonen. The anime industry needs more women-based media. I don't think we're asking for too much here. I want a new magical girl series like Utena. I want a new magical girl series like Sailor Moon, but I just want it to have like similar themes and similar tropes and like similar aesthetics, but like a new story. Yeah, I love magical girls, and we need more that are for women.
I think she accidentally outed her thing there, where she says, "I just want the aesthetic." I think that's true.
Yeah.
I think you're only into magical girl stuff for the aesthetic that comes with it. I don't think you actually
Yeah.
like it.
She is insufferable.
Peak tourist. I'll let her play out her last 6 seconds.
And that's how they started, and that's how it should end. Some things can be from women in marginalized groups.
Some things could be for women in marginalized groups. Okay. So, Lum Lum, what was your thoughts on this woman?
She shouldn't make more long form content, but I hope she continues because this is just more content for us in the future. I want her to talk about Lolly Show. I want her to try and poke the hornet's nest that is Berserk, because I will rip her apart.
I do believe I missed this one earlier. Wolfsbane for 2, thank you. You want more shoujo? Read it, tourist, read. Yeah, no, I really don't think she watches that much, honestly. Or definitely doesn't read anything.
Yeah. That bookshelf is a bookshelf of lies.
Yeah, like Lumi mentioned it before we started, but it looks like the spines are pretty, like, nice and clean. So she probably hasn't opened many of them. I have to watch the Neuralities videos at some point. I have watched one of them, I thought.
It's like when I read my manga and everything. Yeah, I don't crease the spine a ton, but you could still tell that they've been read.
Am I gonna have to become an anime tuber just because every other Anituber is fucking stupid?
Yes. It's like I still want to watch those one dude's video about ranking every anime. The anime guys.
I feel like that would take forever though.
Yes, but it could be like a marathon stream thing.
Actually, well, is it? You said it's like
anime men. Yeah. I still can't believe that they just like are just trying to get into the same search results as the anime man by just changing one letter. I think that's the only reason why they really got popular. It's because people were looking for Joey's content.
True. I do have suspicions of that. There's their channel. Videos. We rank the first episodes of every year's most popular anime. Okay, it's not that bad. It's only 26 minutes. So it's not every anime. They just did the first episode of the most popular anime of the year.
Yeah.
Starting with Astro Boy. So.
If they gave Astro Boy just like, anything lower than a 6, they're trash.
They just released a video 3 days ago called We Tried Shoujo, and they're holding up a copy of Sailor Moon.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, for that one, we're bringing Kendra with us. Kendra, you're getting roped into another one probably within the next week.
Chat, here, let me pop this up for you. Look right there. 3 days ago, We Tried Shoujo.
Why is he looking at it like it's the worst thing that's ever been written?
It's so funny. It's so weird that we were talking about this tonight, and then we're like, oh, let's go look at the anime then. What are they doing? Bro. That's funny. But chat, I appreciate you all coming out with us tonight. Lumi, what are you gonna rank this video?
I want my 3 hours back and a partial lobotomy out of 10.
Oh, fair. I thought it was awful. I don't think she's watching really any anime at all. Also,
okay, here's
branch out a little
the true
bit,
question.
girl.
Here's the true question. Whose video was more tolerable to watch? Hers or the dude that did the Lollygata Requiem video?
Hers. Because of the fucking wee woo drives me nuts.
I want to get the wee woo as a sound alert for something.
Wee woo. Like, nah, shut the fuck up. It was awful. Let me see, chat.
The
I'm
otaku gay is out of 10.
gonna look around really quick, chat, for somebody to raid into. No, I'm not gonna raid anybody doing the fucking YouTube short streams. I hate those. Oh, maybe this person.
I've heard that one.
Nope, can't raid them either. YouTube, just let me raid people. Oh, that you can do that? I don't like that. Somebody's uploading their VODs to YouTube and then having them play out as a live stream. Like, granted, it says in the
Wow.
in the bottom that that's what she's doing, but that just seems like kind of shitty to me. I don't know.
It's like that's something that you can get away with on like Twitch.
Well, chat, I finally found somebody. They're playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion, which, by the way, is getting a new region soon. They're working on expanding it. So be good for her. Looks like a lollytuber, so that's fun. Be good, chat. Have a good night. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that gay shit.